What's up, everybody? Welcome to another rousing episode of Welcome to Devon County. I am your tour guide, Anthony Sterling, along with my fellow tour guides. Let's see how I'm going to do it today. We're going to start different. I'm going to go with the thug with a heart. Miss Ashley Effenbro is in the building. And oh, man.
That was my thug.
That was your thugging? That was thugging? Okay. Don't throw no signs now. We don't want no folk coming right.
It was a peace sign. Peace.
Okay, peace. Gotcha. All right. The lovely Miss Gadir McHale, poetess extraordinaire. I was gonna say poetess extreme, but she hasn't said any extreme poems yet. No need for the mosh pit for poetry, but if it happens, she will make it become a reality. So
yes, sir.
Yep. Wait, am I in the Bronx? Yep. Okay, no. And last but not least, this time she's last, but she is never last in my heart. She is never last on my phone because every damn second she sends me a message for something. My ace, my partner in crime, as well as you other two ladies. But she is one of the first. We are the troublemakers. I am more of the peaceful one. She is the rebel. If we were a rap group, I think she's more Chug D and I'm Flavor Flav. I'd rather be Terminator X because I speak with my hands. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it kind of does. But
you know what?
It's your world.
It doesn't matter. It's my world. I'm going to just have it. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Melissa Marie Newell.
Hello, folks.
In the beautiful land of New Orleans, where it rained. And it's nice
rainy day in NOLA.
Which is weird because Beta is supposed to be beating our asses here in Lafayette. And Beta. Oh, that's the hurricane. If y'all don't know, we are recording.
Oh, they got started back on the bees again?
Oh, they're doing Greek letters now. They've run out of names.
Wow.
Yeah,
so
they had a whole 26.
Not even 26. They stopped at W this time.
Oh.
They stopped at W. I guess they
said it's going to surpass them. We're going to have like 30 something or whatever.
Yeah.
So now we on the Greek letters.
We're at Beta. Yeah.
So we done passed Alpha.
And we in Beta. I'm just waiting
2020.
Gamma, Delta, Epsilon, Trumpian.
Rest in peace to RBG.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
I have some year just that. Look,
okay.
Yeah.
Great woman, great legacy, but I'm probably gonna catch shit for this, and we all know I have no fucks to give, but
everybody's problematic.
Sometimes the best thing you can do was to step aside because, ironically, the thing that she wanted to prevent, she didn't prevent possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly,
she had a legacy. Her legacy was built up. I just wish that Obama would have had a chance to name someone because.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that's not taking anything away from RBG. That is not taking anything away. But you gotta play a long game. And sometimes playing that long game means you put your ass on the sideline so somebody else could finish it up.
Right.
See,
but rest in peace to the woman. Rest in power.
Right.
Not taking anything away from her, but I just
because now we're fucked.
Well,
yeah, the one thing she didn't want, she possibly put us in that position.
Well, she's probably hanging out with the good Thurgood Marshall. They're talking.
Yeah, she's a warrior. I'm not taking anything away from her. Like I said, it's just sometimes you got to be the most.
Here's how simple I am.
Selfish person you can be to get out of the way.
Every time somebody says RBG, my television head kicks in, or I get a little too, or I get truly pro-black and say red, black, and green, and then wait, who?
And then like no, to the notorious RBG. I'm like, wait, what?
I was like,
wait, of course, red, black, and green.
I let them co-op. You can't fight everything. Let them co-op.
Yeah, I was like, y'all gonna leave Biggie Smalls alone.
Exactly.
Well,
notorious, but
y'all don't have a Jewish person she could lean on.
And it's
we are the culture. We are the culture.
We are clearly.
Yeah, but rest in peace to her. Also, rest in peace to my cousin Abby, who was laid to rest today.
Yeah.
Rest in peace.
Once again,
rest in power.
You are with the ancestors, my cousin, and boy. You are definitely blessed because we are still going to be catching hell for a little while longer. But in your memory, this show is also dedicated to you as well. So with that being said, episode 5. This is episode 5 of Welcome to Devon County. I'm super excited because I made logos and people are liking said logos, which the people who are liking are these three ladies here.
That's all you need, though. That's all you need.
That's
Exactly.
I got
It's a gorgeous logo. It is.
I
it
got
is
the
I love it.
the three amazing queen stamp of approval, as well as some other friends.
But wait, did we get like free shirts, friend?
Girl, it's 2020. Ain't nobody living for free.
I support always anyway.
Well,
I just
before
thought
we
maybe
get
this
into
time
it,
I could
You
catch
gotta
a
ask.
break.
You have to ask.
hold on. You may, if I can get this thing working, because if you're watching, I did start a store on and this is my little rant, and then we'll
Get
get
my
into
other shirt.
talk. With T Public, there's no diss to T Public, but there is a mighty fuck you to T Public. They closed my store saying that I violated some terms and conditions, of which they never explained which term nor which condition. So that store is closed. There was 2 shirts up there, but don't fret. I'm going to go somewhere else until this is rectified. Once I get it up and running, I will put a link. I hope people support, because if you support, I get a little something on it, and I will use that cash. Well, 1, probably to pay fucking bills, and 2, to get
Bills
the
and things.
equipment for us so we can start doing more on the show with no name, which is, for me, my little baby that I want to take care of and mature. So instead of being a deadbeat dad, I want to give the little fucker some gifts.
Child
So
support.
I want to. It's not just child support. I want to be a true dad.
We
Oh,
support.
There
okay.
We
you
will
go.
always
Yeah.
support. They
You
have
know,
people.
so
I went
Right.
back to Felipe's and told the guy who was
Yeah.
asking about your shirt. I wore his shirt. My skin is not my sin, and people were asking about it. So
Well,
you should be
tell
seeing
them
some
hold
orders.
on.
Yeah.
Tell them hold
Okay,
on.
hold
It's
on.
gonna happen.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, this shirt that I have on here is from a place that I'm actually gonna try and build a store on there, because their shirts, oh, they are so. Ooh, I love shirts like this. Got that good cotton. I wish it was Egyptian cotton so I could be a pimp about it, but
Oh, so you can flex.
so I could flex. But I'm still kind of flabby, so I can't flex like I wanna. Um, so just bear with me. But I will post what the logo does look like. I like it. I laughed the whole time while I was making it. Once I sent it to the other tour guides, they loved it. So I'm like, okay, if you love it, I love it. Usually I like things I make, but if people love it, you guys sway me to loving what I do. So be patient when it hits. I'm not saying it's gonna do like a PlayStation 5, which I luckily got the pre-order.
Okay. You got your toy.
I mean,
Damn right I did.
I'm gonna give
So,
those details later.
Yeah, but
I got
everyone.
godsons.
Oh no, they. I know you love your godchildren. They ain't worthy.
What they brothers? So it's a 2-for-1
one to
deal.
get
They
2
get
for
the
1.
one.
Girl,
That's how you do.
Go
That's
buy
one.
them. Go get them a PS2. There are
No, they already
thousands
got
of
that.
games.
Listen, I'm the
Tell
good
them
nanny.
retro.
I'm the
okay.
spoil the kids rotten nanny.
Well,
so yes,
I lucked out at I'm supposed to be talking about this on Geek Table Talk, but since we're here, all the pre-orders are just like gone.
Sold
but
out.
Just be patient. When it pops up, if I hear anything, I'll let you know.
Let me know. Yes,
I shall. All right.
I can't go to GameStop.
See, I'm not that much of a blurred for the PS5s and all that. I'm just over. I mean,
my boyfriend's a gamer. It is.
Yeah, and you can't even play Pac-Man. We tried. I tried to initiate you. You suck in Candy Crush. So.
But did you see the Harry Potter game that's coming?
Yeah.
I kicked ass in Texas.
Hogwarts Legacy.
I'm gonna do a Geek Table Talk. You can come on, Ashley, and we can Harry Potter it up, and I'll tell you just as much trash
Never
that
saw
is
any
like
of the
Batman.
Harry Potter films.
And you are lucky. Be blessed.
Know.
I haven't either, Melissa. Don't feel bad.
Thank you. I knew we were here.
So
you know what? And only
last week,
I only saw the Twilight films because my mom and a bunch of grown ass women dragged me there. But I'm like, that had to be like.
So last week
last week it was your hate
Love and Basketball
because you hated
and
it.
now you're gonna touch Harry Potter. That's where we're at. I thought we was the family. Like that's where
I think the creator touched it.
I'll
enough.
watch all of them and let you know.
I think Harry's creator ruined it enough. So no, Harry. Nope. Well, let me stop because I feel that thug about to come out of her chrysalis and blossom like a deadly butterfly. And speaking of
Water is wet,
butterflies,
grass is green.
oh man, and there's two
Where we at?
things that Ashley effing Bro ain't never seen.
I'm sorry, that kills me.
All right, okay.
Because you know it makes me laugh. It brings me back. It brings me back.
I have jabbered enough. Ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 5 of Welcome to Devon County. We are going to break down wax political, I guess we can say, philosophize, and talk a lot of shit about episode 5 of Lovecraft Country, which I'm just gonna start calling it Lovecraft fucking, because
baby,
there was a lot. There was a lot of
all over the place.
I'll just sound like a prude. There was a lot of
cooning
sex.
and butterflying.
A lot of sex.
All kinds of sex.
All kinds of sex.
Shoe rape.
Ooh, not shoe rape. That's a
sodomy.
Kink. We do not kink.
Sodomy was the theme, but
yeah, we do not kink shame.
Kink shame.
No,
that was the best kind of karma.
Right.
Was it karma? Was it? Because
yes,
man.
He deserved every inch of that.
Yeah, boy, my Ruby. I'm just gonna call her Queen Stiletto, boy. Damn.
Ruby scared the shit out of me. I ain't lying.
Ruby showed the world she about that life.
Yes.
She thugging.
Oh yeah.
She thugging and never hugging. She a head buster, a ass kicker.
Uh-huh. All on her own.
And if you see her wear some high heel shoes, walk in the other direction, facing her, because like they say, she gonna put her foot in your ass.
Literally.
Lord, did she do it literally. So I guess we might as well talk about it. Let's start from the beginning, work our way to the crazy ending. What an episode. I think with the title itself, definitely from the book, though the title wasn't from the book, Strange Case. If you are a literary nerd, if you love to read, then you obviously know about Robert Louis Stevenson. Is it right? Yeah. And he wrote an amazing book about the ego and the id and all that craziness called The Strange Case of, y'all can finish, say it with me, guys, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. If you don't know,
playing on the TV.
That was exactly. If you don't know the story of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, let me make it even easier for you. Go read The Incredible Hulk, issues 1 through 6 by the late greats Stan Lee and Jack King Kirby. That is basically Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. A sheepish doctor who is very shy, who is pretty much to himself, creates this potion that unleashes his innermost darkness, or basically just turns him into a regular asshole. Let's just be honest. Because old Hyde was a jerk, but come to find out, he didn't need it. He was always that jerk. Hyde was just an excuse to be the jerk. But in episode 5 of Strange Case, the question is asked, and I think it was true. This is the answer. Who are you uninterrupted? And for a few of the main characters, the answer is, I am uninterrupted when I live in my truth. And let's start off with that first person who had to come to that answer. And in the name of Montrose Freeman, played amazingly by Michael Kenneth Williams, man. This brother here, I'm giving him every trophy, every flower that can be grown. Give him his flowers now. Let's not do it, when he's gone with, say, a Chadwick. Let's give it to him now.
He's mesmerizing. Powerful.
Oh my goodness, the man, even in his silence,
he commands.
That's what I said, mesmerizing.
Yeah. He commands that attention, like you're just drawn to him.
Did he even speak at all? Did he have any lines in this episode? Because I don't think he uttered any words.
Now that I think
no, he did. He did.
Okay.
Where's Yahima? I let her go.
Oh yeah.
And
She's
that
gone.
was it.
that was
He
She's
said she's
gone.
gone.
That was
What, for
it.
that
Yeah.
whole
That was the
episode?
last. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was it. That man
She's
had
gone.
2 words
Right.
and still
Spoke
acted,
volumes. Yeah.
spoke volumes and acted his ass off.
Mm-hmm.
That's a true actor. That is a person who is of that craft, a
Mm-hmm.
perfectionist of the craft. Many have it, especially with, I always say, black cool. Your Sydneys, your
Mm-hmm.
Denzels, your Chadwicks. I know Melissa might get mad. Your Idrises.
But
Hey,
anyway,
She like
Michael
okay,
Idris
K.
so
Elba.
Williams. We're about to lose Ashley.
this is the thing. I will say
Oh, man. He married a black woman, Melissa.
with I don't care. And she's black, and that's great. But that's just something about that little pointy head. I just never found
Oh,
the man
geez.
sexy, but that's just whatever. The point, actually, wait,
I'm not going. I just think he's ultra cool.
We'll talk about my black man sexy another show. But wait, this is the thing with Montrose or Michael, if you want to say, is
Montrose,
like you're
because
saying,
merging the two characters.
yeah, Montrose. Okay, the thing with him is this, and like you named a lot of great actors. Good actors take you. Great actors invite you in. That's what he does to me. He invites you in. When he was vulnerable, I felt vulnerable.
Yeah,
like it was in my pores. Like I just
got your ass whipped right there with him.
Yeah.
You felt it, and just like you said, the looks, everything that he invited you in.
Oh yeah.
Even Letty felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would give you. Yeah, I will always give him that he is powerful. He is just. I think he's one of the best of this generation.
And for me, even with that scene, I at first I was like, why are they looking at his hands? Because I watched that episode, y'all. Trust me, I watch Lovecraft Country every episode maybe 4 or 5 times. And it's not just to find breakdowns or Easter eggs. It's because it's that damn good. So this last viewing, I finally looked down to look at his hands, and he still had dried blood on it. And it was like, you can't, now he truly can't, be free at that moment. Now he's with blood on his hand. He's shackled down now again. Literally in episode 2, but now it's more of a psychological thing. Like, what more can you do? You can't be free now. You took a life, which honestly I can understand. He is once again still trying to protect his son, but you start to look at that old saying, the road to hell is paved with good intentions. And you're just constantly putting a new cobblestone or laying more black tar and stuff.
It's a 4-lane highway at this point because he keeps doing things, and it's just like, damn, just let him do it. But what is he hiding?
Right.
Like, what is he trying to protect him from? Because he knows something clearly.
He just created an I-10 straight to hell.
Yeah.
Interstate 10 to hell.
And Tick is tired of his shit.
Yeah.
But isn't that what, even if the child doesn't understand, and I'm not for Tick, against Tick, or for Montrose at this point, because I need to see it fleshed out.
Yeah.
But it's reminding me of like what Toni Morrison did with Beloved, with the woman, she kills her child. Because I'm going to take this burden.
Yeah.
If a heaven or a hell, I face it, because I would rather condemn myself than to condemn you.
Right.
To what I know is coming for you.
It's a parent sacrifice.
To me, I look at that as a sacrifice, well-intentioned or not. So in Montrose's head, I'm being the ultimate parent.
Right.
I will take anything, any judgment, anything that befalls me,
right,
to prevent you from going through it or visiting you. Give it to me.
Right.
And that's what his brother's dying wish was, to protect, tell him to protect. And so in his head, that's what he's doing. And he probably is, because Lord knows what the hell is going on.
And look at the way it was shot too. The way the angle was for Montrose. Everything was from above looking down at him.
Yeah.
And when it came to Tick, everything was below looking up. So it changed the dynamic of the parent and the child.
Right.
And the child making this mistake, and a parent who can't handle, like, maybe just talking to him or doing some kind of punishment, went straight into what that parent knew before: abuse, slinging them hands, and waylaid on Montrose, which 9 out of 10, the right hook that took everything that was beautiful about him came back in the form of his son doing what his dad did to him, and probably what he also
What
did,
he did to him.
Tick, maybe once or twice, but with George being a pseudo protector, it all came back. So this episode really was about karma.
Yeah.
Karma is coming back, and I was taken aback, but I did start to yell like them people in a World Star video when Tick got on top of him and just started.
Yeah, that hurt me. Ooh,
yeah, it was violent.
Man, that was
for a son
my
to do that to
stomach
a
was
father.
like, oh God. Okay.
Yeah,
in such a serious, hard moment. I don't know why I wanted to just go, ooh, he needs some milk. Don't ask. Melissa's face is perfect, but
and I love how Letty stayed with hot sauce.
Oh, is that what we call in the bad now?
Yes, the bad is hot sauce.
Because the bad makes triumphant appearance again.
Because at first, and I missed it at first, so I had to rewind it because I'm like, why he looked down at her? And then when I rewind, I was like, girl, she had hot sauce ready because she didn't know what the hell. Letty stays ready. So she's my superhero.
Hashtag
learn hot sauce. Right.
Thank you, Ashley. Hashtag Letty stays ready.
Stays ready.
Let's run with it. Because man, I don't know.
Are you all right? But she had that bag.
I'm sorry.
Just in case you're not, I got hot sauce.
Yeah. You want to act like some bland chicken? I'm about to season you up real quick.
Okay. Right quick.
I was gonna say it was worse than the white demon that was in him.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Like he lost it for real.
Yeah, because the white ghost just talked. He
back down
cash shit. He
was like, "Fuck out of my house,
yeah,
bitch.
Get the fuck out of my house, bitch." Oh, even Hiram Epstein knew you don't go against a black woman. It's just a fight you're gonna win.
Right.
Tick said, "Oh no, I'm taking this from the deepest darkness of wherever I'm coming from, and I'm gonna step to you." And then Hot Sauce said, "Wait a minute, Blanche.
What you gonna do? What happened?
You need to go.
He got his act right.
Exactly.
Run back up the stairs. Right.
He got a little bit of seasoning of act right. There you go. Woo, man, you remember those old? I think it was Laurie's commercial when the food, whatever kind of antacid commercial where the food would beat up the person.
Oh yeah.
That was Tick and Letty. Tick was that spicy meatball. Letty.
You're not rolling over Letty. I don't care what you got going on with your dad. No. Calm down.
And what was so crazy with Letty on top of Montrose, that was a very caring scene.
Yeah.
But everybody just standing there. World Star, 1955. We've been doing it that long. It's just the way she said, "Well, y'all go get some ice.
Go get some ice.
Get some ice. God damn, just go."
You're just staring there.
But
no, they want to see, like, you could read their mind, man.
Yeah.
He fucked him up. He fucked him up.
Ain't that his daddy?
And
exactly. The dialogue was going on.
Ain't that his daddy?
But
what's going on?
And they looking at each other. Then we saw that going
on. For it's not just in black families. It's not just black people. White people do it too. There are moments when the father and the son will come to a head. Some will be arguments. Yeah, some are arguments like, "I fucking hate you, Dad." Others are, "Bring your ass out in that backyard, and we gonna do, we gonna shoot a fair one."
If you book.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
You want to be a man?
Yeah, you want to be a man?
Right.
Come on.
Don't do it. So, I got.
You're smelling yourself like the
or like black women say to us. We were going out, look, oh, you a woman today, huh?
Oh, you're grown.
You're grown.
You're grown. You're grown.
And look, and you try to think, and in my mind, like, how can I back out of this real quick?
Yeah.
A little bit of
I'm not. Right. Never mind.
I have been put through a wall in the hall of my old house to know never to have messed with my dad. I'm sorry, just because I'm 6'2" does not mean I could take down Donald Sterling. That Negro could throw.
Off of principle, they got to take you down.
Yeah,
exactly.
It's on principle. You in my house, you gonna respect my authority. Well,
my mama was sleeping one day.
Right. But
I almost got ran over by a car. Running
Lord.
Damn,
we didn't say kill you. Wait, what? Okay, well, whoa. Wait, you threw me with that one.
You really must have said something here. Baby.
Yeah, because we can't get into the therapy session.
Don't incriminate nobody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we gonna save that for another time.
Yeah.
But you okay, huh? You okay?
No, I'm
You
good.
made it. You made it.
Yeah.
All right.
She's here with us today on Welcome to Devon County.
Yes,
But
ma'am.
just keep in mind, this is a snitch-free zone
No, I
unless
know.
dot dot
No,
dot.
my dad is great.
But there's that family dynamic, that father-son dynamic, the alpha male dynamic. The sad thing was that one alpha pounced on another alpha when that alpha was not in his alphaness. It's traumatizing. All the trauma came and it hit. And I may have stepped a little bit early because it did start with Atticus and the beat down to poor Montrose. We move on to a very crazy scene that we've pretty much alluded to last episode, a revelation, because this episode is not only about living in your truth, it is also about questions being answered.
Right.
While they be answered a little bit later, we get to where is Ruby? What happened after that thrilling bang on the stairs with all that struff and all that loving and me still hating William old punk ass, undercooked chicken motherfucker messing with my queen. But we go up and there's this really nice shot scene first thing in the morning. I was
I
waiting
need a
for
circle bed.
a circle bed with
Right?
satin sheets,
That
mind
was,
you.
right.
With
I was
satin
like,
sheets.
damn.
And butterflies.
Where I could find a circle bed with some butterflies. Right.
Oh man, I was just waiting.
Hey, romance is alive and well.
There you go.
Yes.
So you're gonna
circle
get your
bed.
circle bed with your butterfly.
Even when you're
one
messing
of these
with
days, Lord. One of these days.
even when you're
And I'm
messing
gonna
with
text
evil
y'all.
forces, love
Right now,
is evil.
if I got to do all of that, I don't want
You might have to make a deal to get that circle bed. But I was
with my
waiting.
square.
There was this nice little white lady laid out in the bed. I was waiting for the alarm clock to come on and Teddy Pendergrass start yelling, "Wake up!" But that didn't happen because when she woke up, she got scared. She was startled. Don't know. Might have had a nice, rousing, crazy time. Probably been drunk. Might have egged the food the night before. Butt naked. Got up, get to the mirror, looked in it, looking again, and she said the crazy words. Wake up, Ruby. What's wrong with you, Ruby? Now, being a reader of the book, I knew that was going to happen. What I didn't expect was the way they changed and who they used to play Hillary, who was played amazingly by one Jamie Newman, who's from New Orleans. Melissa, your neck of the woods. Wonderful actress, or actor. Try to get rid of actress. That's such bullshit. A wonderful actor who, if you've watched The Deuce on HBO, which is about the life and times of 42nd Street in New York during the 1970s, where all the, pimps and prostitutes and porno movies were being made, and it was just high times and crazy times. She's in there. Excellent show. I recommend it. Method Man's in there as well. Black Thought from the Roots was also in there for a very short time, but it was really enjoyable to see him. So we realized that this white lady, B. Ruby, and
Eyes white.
Eyes white now, mama. Eyes white. I was waiting for some Imitation to Life kind of stuff. Some Pinky. If anybody seen, y'all remember the movie Pinky? Nobody remember the movie Pinky about this high yellow passing black girl who comes back home, and the world realizes that she's actually black and all hell breaks loose. Well, this isn't kind of an opposite to it, but it did kind of remind me of Imitation of Life.
Yeah, I saw Imitation of Life. Great movie.
The running through the streets in the South Side, trying to find her way home, and people just looking like, oh, as black people
Crazy
do.
white woman.
There we go. Ooh, that white girl crazy. Don't touch her.
Exactly, because we
give her space.
Give
right?
her her space.
We're in danger.
Which shows
Even in their own neighborhoods.
Exactly.
We're in danger if you bring your white ass to our neighborhood. We still in
all
danger.
confused.
Right. She has power even in a cuckoo state. She is the most dangerous thing on the street for the folks who live there, which, okay, but it is 1955, but sadly, 65 years later in 2020, Karens. Yes, this is you. So, young man, she bumps into the man.
Knocked his popcorn over.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, and that looked like some good air popcorn.
What he was doing to molest her though with some popcorn.
Well,
Right.
Is what I
popcorn.
need to understand.
Well, it's just like when you have watermelon tea and Skittles. It's dangerous.
It's hell yeah.
They're very, very dangerous.
A black
2020,
boy.
we waiting on you for that one.
Yeah,
I
well,
said it.
sure.
I
Let's
said
see.
it.
I'm gonna stay quiet. But we get the cops, and we all know at this time what they will do. Not, hey, is everyone okay? Protect the Karen, go after Kareem, and blame Kareem for molesting Karen
With some popcorn in his hand.
with some popcorn in his hand. Who the young man was really trying to be helpful. Ma'am, are you okay?
She bumped into him.
She bumped into him. He didn't flip.
Apologize.
Yeah, he didn't flip. He didn't yell. He didn't say, you crazy white bitch. Watch where you're going. Ma'am, are you okay?
He didn't have any agency to do any of that. Even now, we don't have agency to do certain things.
Mm-hmm.
So, words were said. Dehumanization happened. Yes, I made that word up. I think that's a word, but I don't care. I'm saying
Dehumanization, yeah. It's
okay. Awesome. Thank you. See, this is why she's my best friend. They equated this young man as well as everybody on the street to animals.
Yep. These animals touch you. What these animals do to you?
Which, there was a moment I said, you know what? Let me see if I could tap into an animal, probably a great grizzly, and let me swat on this dude ass. If I gotta go, I gotta go. But at least I go down swinging. But Ruby comes to a moment of, I'd say, clarity. She's now being blessed with privilege and power. And this came from the book because there is a moment that does happen pretty much like that, where the cops are asking her because she's all frantic because she doesn't know what's going on. And he goes, and there's some boys across the street. Now, this is in the book. Please read Lovecraft Country. It's an amazing book by Mad Ruff, where the cop asks, did these boys do anything to you? And she, in her internal monologue, was, one word can get these young boys in jail or killed. Mm-hmm. And she had to hurry up and make a quick decision and go, no, nothing. I'm just startled. I don't know where I am. I'm lost. And everything became right again. The cops didn't mess with the young boys. They went on to walk across the street. But in this one, which shout out to Misha Green them, the fact that they did make that interaction and made it as ugly and evil was perfect because that shit happens. It happens. So props to them for it.
And it happens, and here's where it gets even more insidious. An interaction like that happens, and it's still expected of the black man, the black woman, the black child, whether it be a little boy or a little girl, that you can go through something like that, but you better damn well still respect authority, i.e. cops. You still better damn well trust us. Like, that's so fucking illogical that's in a multiverse millions of years away from me to understand that.
Comply and obey.
So and it, like all that happened in the vacuum, and even to this day, that's why there's distrust in these communities. You cannot do that. And like I always say, I'm gonna keep saying, this is not some faraway past.
Right.
This is recent history.
65 years ago, people.
You're not over this. You're still perpetuating these things. You're still perpetuating that we're animals, we're this, we're less than human. Oh, but trust police. You get what you ask for if you don't comply. Fuck all y'all.
Scorpion and the Frog.
Right quick.
That's how I look at some of those fake allies. Scorpion and the Frog. And in that situation, Scorpion and the Frog. The boy is the frog. The cops are the scorpion. Well, even Ruby at that moment, is a scorpion.
Because she
You
could
know,
have.
she could have stung him. She could have said
Right.
in her, in her disillusion, in her
Mm-hmm.
disoriented moment, in her state, she could have said, he ran into me. And then boom, it escalates and go even further. But thank goodness her black mind wasn't completely gone. And she knew, everything's okay. I'm just a little, off.
But yet, even for all the power and privilege she had,
Mm-hmm.
and she got checked real quick when they threw her ass in that car. We're taking you to your husband.
Yeah.
Right.
Let me out. No,
because you have no power.
Exactly. You're the property of your husband.
Right.
They ain't letting you out of nowhere. That white man's word is law, God, and everything.
We're coming to gather you.
Exactly. So her privilege and power stopped
at
right
the man.
at that moment.
Yes.
Right.
At the man.
And it was at that moment we started to get our first of many transformation scenes.
Oh,
And
everybody cocooning and butterflying.
Yes.
Butterflying.
The crickety cracks.
And what's so crazy is that this whole episode kept pushing the narrative of metamorphosis, change. Who are you uninterrupted? Who are you truly? Living your truth. And it was just so crazy because I loved every transformation scene. Gory, nasty. It reminded me of a great film of the 1980s called Cat People, which was a remake of a movie that came out back in the 60s, starring Natasha Kinski and Malcolm McDowell. You remember that?
Yes.
Oh, man. When she was in the bed with old boy and she started to turn into a cat and she started getting ashy, and I was like, this bitch needs shea butter. And then her face cracked and out comes the black cat because their race is they worship some cat priest.
I don't remember. It's been
Yeah,
so
it
long
was
ago.
some
But I'll tell
crazy
you
stuff.
what. Was it John Landis? Excuse me. I got to give him credit
Oh,
too.
American Werewolf.
London. That was another transformation scene. That was,
I
look at
love that
Ashley's
one.
face. She's like, look.
Woo!
Well, I'm thinking about Sleepwalkers, but that's some other cat people. Yeah.
See, Sleepwalkers.
But I think people say that was the knockoff version of that movie. I think I've heard.
Yeah,
that
Sleepwalkers
before.
was somewhat of a knockoff to Cat People, but Cat People,
Yeah.
the transformation, the cocooning of it, the skin being removed. See, like American Werewolf, his skin wasn't removed. He just
he just cracked.
His bones cracked.
He's in pain.
Right.
Yeah.
And when I say, if you don't know Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, read The Incredible Hulk. If you go back and look at, well, no, not really Jack Kirby's way of transformation. If you read the books now, which is being written by Al Ewing, and they made The Incredible Hulk a horror comic. His transformations are gruesome. I mean, nasty. They alluded to it in the movie with Ed Norton when they would transform. You hear his bones cracking and reset. But you're becoming a new person, and
change is hard.
Exactly. And the craziness of it.
Birth is traumatic if you think about it, being expelled into this world.
Right. And that could be another thing.
All the mothers.
Yeah,
I know.
Hey,
look,
more power to y'all, ladies.
Bless your heart.
I'm right there with you, but my face is like,
thank you.
You're a little mini me, by the way. Happy birthday.
Oh, and speaking of happy birthdays, happy birthday to my little nephew Ryan, that little big-headed.
Happy birthday.
God bless all the mothers.
Yeah,
I don't care how the children came out of you. They came out of you. God bless all of y'all.
Yeah, because oof,
God bless them.
Man, we got it good. So
bastards.
But yeah, it's always a rebirth. But what I really enjoyed about the transformations was that you never saw Ruby become Hillary. You always saw Hillary transform back to Ruby, which is where I said the question had been answered even before the Uber Karen, Christina, asked her, "Who are you?" interrupted. Ruby.
But when he was cutting her, when William was cutting her open, you did see that. That was kind of cool. You saw Ruby's eye in there. I thought that was great cinema no matter what. Like, it didn't even have to be Lovecraft country. I thought that Like
Yeah.
that's something I felt too. Like you're trapped, immobile in this shell, and
Right.
you can't get out. And you see,
It was very The Fly.
that was.
You remember The
in a
Fly?
way, yes.
It's all kinds of
David
gross.
Fincher. It was it David Fincher that did The Fly? I think so. Yeah, Fincher is the one who makes
With Jeff Goldblum, yes.
with Jeff Goldblum.
That was disgusting.
Okay, I'm
I
still
love
not
that.
eating anymore.
Do you know how a fly eats?
Yeah.
But this was.
Even though I have a crush on Jeff Goldblum, but
you have to love the Goldblum. I mean, it is what it is.
He's so fly. He's so fly.
That dude, even with his problems, you just like, yo, bro, you just cool. I mean,
cool.
Let's have a let's drink LaCroix and
You
just
see,
hang
you
out.
curse his ass out, and he'll sit there and look at you, and you get more upset. And you that's how he comes across
He's that
to
kind
me.
of dude.
Him like that.
He's that
I
dude.
might have to come to blows.
And
I
I'm
want to put
attracted
nobody.
to that toxic shit.
You ain't shit, and he just goes. And you're saying that's why.
Then I'm gonna go off even more. You see, I don't deal with men like that.
Taking it, right?
Oh,
I'm too fiery for you to sit there and be subdued.
There you go. He will put that flame
back
out.
at me, I'm gonna want to go in a corner. I ain't gonna lie.
Right.
I got what I want. I'm gonna go to my ass.
So Jeff Goldblum, if you're watching, do not date these two women here. You will not make it through the day, my boy. You will probably need to probably drink the serum to become a black man for freedom.
He got a little flavor.
He got flavor, but you know.
Oh, we know who Ashley's gonna give that cookout pass to. Although I want to revoke all passes to everybody at the cookout.
Oh no, I don't believe in passes to the cookout.
Okay, good. Oh, so he even can't come? He can't come?
No, he cannot. He could drop me off. But no, he can't come. No, it's no passes to the cookout.
But I want to talk to him about the fly. Well, you know what? I'll make him a plate.
Talk to him outside.
I'll make him a plate to go. There you go. Jeff Goldblum.
You can bring him food, but you can't. No,
and here he is. And then this is Jeff Goldblum. Well, you know, she has me waiting in the car.
Yeah.
Right.
And he's just gonna wear
tell her I'm still here.
He's gonna wear his Hawaiian shirt and roll off on his tandem bike in happiness. Just knowing I was with the Negroes today. He probably doesn't say Negro.
He won't say that.
He won't say it.
I mean, he won't say that.
But you know, the way he thinks, I think
he
thinks sometimes
he will
in a cool way. You know, he's a hip cat. So we had our first transformation, which transformed into Jeff Goldblum love, which now transformed back. So
back to Hillary.
Back to Hillary. And also, let's pay attention to who Hillary looks like.
And I kept trying to think, who does she look like? And I kept thinking she looks like someone to me.
We've seen Hillary before. Episode 2, Dell.
Where?
Black Bears.
Yeah, that's what. Yes.
Oh.
I kept thinking.
That's the same girl.
That's the same girl. Yeah.
Yes, that's the
it sure is. Oh my God.
Now, let's skip ahead right quick because this is where fun will really come through, and hopefully next episode, episode 6.
Yeah.
Well, remember the question: what's in the basement?
Right.
Everybody, just hold on to that question because hopefully episode 6 will explain it. If not, maybe 7. I'll explain it to y'all, but I will not explain it to our viewers. So
I have to. Oh, I'm sorry.
that is a part of the tour you guys won't be able to get on. You'll have to wait until.
You know, I thought she was the ultimate Karen. You know, the one that she was holding the dogs.
The dog lady was the Karen.
Oh.
Yeah, when she was the dog lady. Oh,
right.
Yeah. Oh, no. Dale wasn't even a Karen. Dale was a Patty. Not even a Patty. That was just that bitch you wanted to punch in the throat. Like she wasn't
she's just a redneck.
Exactly.
But I still agree
with
a redneck Republican in the wrong tax bracket.
But I still agree with Gadir though, because that who is a Karen but a person like that, a white woman like that.
True.
Think about it.
But I've know their lot in life, but
I've always thought
they're somehow better.
But I've always thought of Karens as being covertly. Then they become overtly. Dale was just out loud, proud, and hating it. You know.
You know how we throw shade and we do it. That's culturally. Them, like you're saying, doing it covertly. No, that's their attempt at stealing our culture once again. It's trying to throw shade, which is very obvious to me. It's nothing covert about what they do. Because when they start doing all this, and you gave away the game right there. You're not slick with it like us.
And those microaggressions are turning
into
aggression.
You gotta have flavor
because they can't take it no more. Yeah. You can't.
And
y'all
you know,
aren't Medea. Y'all can't get away with the Medea shit. Like,
wait,
Lord.
don't let
say hello.
No, you
Hello.
can't just run your mouth like that.
But I got
that's
my
not
gun
real.
in my purse. No.
When those lips
Because
get
the black
pursed,
woman backs it up. You gotta
Exactly.
back it up.
Gotcha.
Oh wait,
Right.
you know what? I'll say that for another time. But there was some video with this white woman in a store called the Black Woman, the NIGG version,
Yeah.
and she had that hand ready.
Oh,
She was
Back
gonna
up.
slap that woman into the arms of
on the
baby Jesus.
in the airplane.
No, it was in a
Oh.
store, and the white woman had just
See,
called her that.
I got
And
in
that
trouble
hand was
for
cocked.
that.
She said, she told that white woman, she said, do it again. And you know us when that hand cocked. And look, I was so.
Wasn't that the one in the CVS or in the drugstore?
Yeah, and a black man came and
Yeah.
intervened
Yeah.
with that hand. And that woman was about to get
Locked and
slapped back
loaded.
to
My
Jesus, to
thing
baby
is,
Jesus,
I've said it
Locked and
for the
before.
loaded.
salvation.
I posted it on Facebook. I got in trouble. But look, I'm trying to save lives. Just because you think you're friends with us, don't mean you can be friendly with us.
No passes. No passes.
And
I know.
just because you got keys to black peen does not give you keys to the niggerdom. Do not do it. Don't become
to catch the Holy Ghost.
You know what?
don't
I just
become a world
realized.
star video. And when I posted that on Facebook, they came in force en masse, which is very funny because there were more white women upset with me saying, you can't tell us what to say. And you know what the white men were doing? Laughing their ass off, telling me, Anthony, hilarious, so true. Which I would have thought the white men would have been mad, because you can't infringe on my rights, bro. They was like, yeah, dude, you're right. But
Just like black men know black women, them white boys know who they married to.
yeah,
That's
I
all
was
I'm
like,
gonna say.
so I'm just
That's
saying.
all I'm gonna say.
I say
That's
that
all I'm gonna say.
to say this because I care for everybody. I tolerate others. I love mine, but I tolerate everybody else. But what I don't tolerate is the violence that would be put upon you because you think you can walk freely within the niggerdom. So don't do it.
I sidetracked this. I apologize. Back to Hillary.
It was a PSA that needed to happen.
Look,
no more passes to the cookout.
NBC
the cookout
has the
is
more
now
you know.
private.
NBC has the more you know. I'm just gonna do a little star that goes, you know better.
Right.
You know better. Now you know better.
Semicolon, no cookout.
No cookout.
Well, speaking of no
to go
cookout,
plates
Hillary
optional.
wasn't going. Hillary was never going to get there.
Yeah.
No, Hillary, no.
I'm using double entendres here, but this is the thing too. I want to say something before we get too deep in this. Yeah, it was a whole episode about everybody being true to themselves and the metamorphosis, so to speak. But I actually have a different take on Ruby. I think Ruby has always been who she was. She just came into being more of that and let go of that one aspect of respectability politics.
Yeah, she had to
go
throw it out.
The only thing.
Yeah.
I didn't see her needing to become, a woman or this, that. She just needed to let go of that.
Yeah.
And she had to have a front row seat to see that
Right.
her view, that was the only metamorphosis to me, was psychological that she was. Even though she was in white skin, her metamorphosis to me was a psychological one against herself. If I do X, Y, and Z, and then to jump ahead, even though it was she kind of, I don't want to, no, she wasn't even jealous, but she thought the younger black woman, the
was less educated
and all that.
Which we come to find out that she was less educated.
And she was, but here she is thinking that she got it for X, Y, and Z, but at the end of the day, it didn't matter if she's big, small, educated or not. In their eyes, y'all are two black women. There was no difference in how white.
They're not chopping us up.
Exactly. They just saw black women.
They're not chopping black people up.
Right. Exactly.
And I say that a lot. Especially, I got in an argument with someone who we were talking about colorism. And I told them colorism exists more within our culture than with white people. Yeah. Because there's no plantation anymore.
No.
So I'm a black woman just like any other sister is a black woman. Yes, we have colorism amongst ourselves and featureism and all of that stuff. But please understand, that's us that we have to work it out now because they're not chopping us up like that.
You are telling the truth because I have I have people that match walls in my family. But one thing, and they had, and I'm not going to name names. They had one used to be a friend of mine, fair complexion. Oh, and this, that, and the other. And she, you could tell, like I had friends darker complexion than me. Oh, well, oh, you're dark like my mom was. And to my other friend, or my other friend had hair like right here, not weave or anything, but she'd be like, oh, was that you? Things like that. And I told her, I said, the shit you're doing. You think because you're fairer than most that you're seen differently in this, that, and the other. I said, you're going to get a call one day. And I said, because I've been in corporate America. White people don't care. As long as they know you're black, they don't care what shade.
You're checking a box so they could get a subsidized.
Exactly. They don't care if you're white like this right here. But if you black, you could be this kind of black. They're going to call you black. And you know what? Years later, ooh, you were right. They gave her her card. It mattered that she was super fair. Oh, you're black. They didn't say, oh, you're light-skinned black or you're dark. They said, oh, you're black.
Right. Period.
You're right. They don't. We chop each other up. They really don't. Only thing they even know is you black. Oh, okay.
Give her the love to say, "Oh, you're black-ish."
No,
there's no such thing.
Shout out to Kenya Barris. At least
now I can't talk about but I can talk about how it's done down south. I can tell you that.
We've all paper bag tests. Some pass, some fail. Some got watermelon, others got cantaloupe. We don't know.
But guess what? Then white folks don't care.
And guess what? It don't matter.
Exactly. They know you're black, you're black.
Yeah.
There's certain gas stations in Vita or wherever where neither one of us could go in.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Or Grand Mary.
Thank you for saying that, Ashley, because it's true.
Did I see Grand Mary? I see Grand Mary. Yeah. So we know. We know Iberia Parish. But you didn't hear that. You didn't hear that.
No.
Jedi mind trick. You ain't heard that.
Right.
This wasn't the parish.
It was all a dream.
It was all a dream. Biggie told us back in 96.
Right. It was all a dream.
Oh, man. All right. So back on Miss Hillary.
Oh,
I want to say it like Jeffrey from the Fresh Prince. Miss Hillary. So we're at the store. And we know with the store, the revelation, like I said, this episode was about revelations. She gets a job, and not only does
assistant manager,
not only does she get the job, which was so crazy because what I love,
affirmative action.
Well, and not just that, the fact that she used her real resume. Because remember, Ruby said,
yeah, she did.
I'm going to do what I got to do to get in. You know, Ruby is super educated. She's not a stupid girl. She's not a dumb girl. She's, dumb woman. She's not, some Jane Schmaine or whatever. She's actually an accomplished woman. But the fact that, and this is kind of funny, a white woman going above using black woman credentials. Where are we going? I was waiting. Where are we going?
I'm gonna shut up.
How they move up on the backs of black women.
Mm-hmm.
Black women are the foundation of this nation.
Or even if they just adopt us and pretend to be us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're not that damn teacher. But she's canceled.
She's not the only one. She won't be the last one. Trust me.
No. Right. But I'm always going to say, if you want to be transracial and you really want to be black, please let me know. I will call the next available cop and say that I am a white woman and you're selling something on the street and you shouldn't be there. And I'm going to see how long you want to be black for. Just let me know. We're going to test that theory out for any white person who really wants to be black. Let me know so we can test that theory on if you're true about that.
They want our rhythm, but not our blues.
Amen.
Or as
I don't even give them a tenth of a second before I'm really white.
Everybody want to be until it's time to be a nigga.
Yeah.
Paul Mooney.
Yep, Mr. Moon.
So she gets the job. Hillary gets the job, which is really Ruby's job, but they love him. We move on, and we are in the legendary Cabrini Green projects. At the time, projects wasn't deemed a very bad place to be, but it was home for many, mostly, let's just say it, all black people back in Chicago. And we see Montrose, beaten, broken, done. And the door opens. And as he gets to the door, and I remember the number 704, I said, "Watch you go and see Sammy." Once again, a revelation. And who was the one who brought forth the revelation? But that messy, messy bitch, Candy's man, Tree, old
I just say
Seymour,
he's fine.
old messy broad Seymour. So
And you gave me problems for Idris Elba, and you think messy ass.
Wait, I didn't say anything
is
about the face. I just said that
fine?
body. Yeah, his body, those arms. Yeah. Wait, I'll give Idris this.
he's got to have arms
He
like that
is
for all the
fine.
shit.
I just don't
Okay.
find Idris Elba to be like
Yeah.
he's not sexy. He comes across as bitchy to me, and I don't know the man. He could be a lovely man, but he's
The
He's
accent.
British.
Right.
Black
no,
British
I
men
know. I've
will
been
come
there
off
several
come
times. No,
across
I know
bitchy.
several British men, but it's just
Name
no.
'em.
They have that stiff upper lip thing going, but no, it's
Yeah.
that aristocratic flair even when they're not.
Yeah,
He
but
just seems. He just seems.
he's just cool.
Okay, if Jeff is the one who's all laid back and like, oh, I'm gonna just let her go off
He's
this
cool.
one is gonna be in
It's
the
the
field.
opposite.
Yeah. No, yeah, he's
Okay.
gonna be like, he's gonna like,
Gotcha.
all right, let me see how far you gonna go, because you're gonna hit it, and then it's gonna be a party up in here. That's how he's just
That's what I like.
You know
and
what?
there's nothing wrong with that. He's just, I don't like bitchy looking men. He just looks bitch to me.
She said he's bitchy.
Dick showed us his arms.
And guess
Just
what?
as-
I don't know you
Child,
Idris
wait.
Elba.
See?
Please don't come after me. What's his wife's name? Samantha. No disrespect. You married him. Good. I just never.
Oh,
It's not
Like
that-
I always
okay.
thought, like Sidney Poitier, Denzel, people like that.
Right.
Those are
But
mine.
now
I
Chick
said
is
black
taking
cool.
the cake, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, I was saying black cool. You coming with some whole new stuff, but I understand when you like a man like Tree, I get it.
I didn't say I like. I said the actor he's fine, nice arms.
I
just
know,
like
I'm messing
arms.
with you.
And then look, I haven't
He's
seen those
slowly
legs
dwindling
yet.
down. Now it's his
I
arms.
haven't
It's
seen
just
those
the
legs
arms.
yet. Who? Old boy that played in Watchmen. What's his name? He's from Yahya.
Yahya
what's his
Abdul
name?
Mateen the
Yeah,
second.
no, that's
Oh,
that's-
yeah.
I like him. In Tree, they have that kind
Now
of
we back
similar
to blue
build to
penises.
me.
Okay.
Okay, gotcha.
So
So you like that strong upper body.
Well, the legs too, because look, they both got TT legs. I can't do that. Wear jeans all the time because I don't like.
I get
let me
I like
carry
the
you through the
proportion.
threshold. You miss leg day.
So
Your
he's
legs are
still
gone.
loading. We got to see the rest.
Yeah, we got to see that. Oh, but we did
We
see all
don't.
of yeah. Okay,
But
sorry.
honey, who we did see,
Well,
we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that.
yes.
I'm gonna let us get to that. First, let's talk about his dad.
Let's talk about Montrose. Montrose and Sammy. Yes, it is true. Montrose is gay.
If you didn't know, now you know.
Now you know. Either gay or bisexual. Sexuality is a
Down low
spectrum.
though. Down
I
low
would still
though.
say
Now he's
gay
down
because
low.
back
He is
then,
DL.
you
You
know.
know,
Yeah.
not DL Hughley people. DL
Mhm.
down low.
Mhm.
As I like to say, a citizen of Atlanta.
And who's to say the wife didn't know?
I'm wrong. No, I'm not.
Who's to say the wife didn't know though? You know, there's all kind of what
Once
goes
again-
into marriage.
Once again,
He still wears ring
he's
Yeah,
wears his
those two
ring.
people.
as
they're
he
the
was
ones-
clutching the hand of his
Yeah.
lover
Yes,
in a passionate.
embrace, or as I like to say
I
it,
don't know if it was an embrace. It was,
oh, it was an embrace.
They was holding on
They
real
was
tight.
holding- Sammy was holding on to the dresser.
You know, I will still
Montrose
stand
was
by
holding-
what I said before love or anything. We needed fire, warmth, sex, all
Yes.
those
Right.
things, and it was primal. And
Oh
he-
yeah, it was
look where
very primal.
He
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
beaten within an inch of his life.
Life.
And what did he do to be
By
brought
his son.
back?
Yeah.
Yes, and he needed touch. He needed to
Yeah.
feel, and if
He
that
needed comfort.
No, he
I
needed
still
a
and,
good. He
and
needed
that
a
doesn't
safe
make
touch.
sex a bad thing. I
No.
think that's what
Right,
that
right.
was.
No,
It's like
which
I'll
is
say for
okay.
Halle Berry. No, I know. I just think it
Montrose
was-
got a bad touch. He just needed a good touch. And Lord, did he ever.
A rough one.
A rough one, too.
Look, good dear, good dear.
Yeah.
Don't kink shame or whatever. I don't know.
No,
what y'all
no
say.
one. ain't no-
Hunty. This ain't shaming. This is
But
You
I'm
know
not
what?
mad
I
at him.
I'm gonna say this for
Yeah.
for anybody who's watching. I'm hoping one day somebody who watches is a director or writer or producer. If you really, really want to drive home that this is black homosexuality or black homosexual love, play a Frank Ocean song.
wow.
Play one?
Because
Yeah.
when you
Yeah,
heard
yeah,
I
oh, yeah,
heard the
Bad
beginning
Religion,
Bad
yeah.
Religion, I just went, Yep.
Right.
This is getting gay. All right, fine. Let's go. And it was, I'll say it. I'm comfortable with me. It was very passionate. It was rough.
Mm-hmm.
It was there
What
was
he needed.
pain, there was pleasure,
Yeah.
there was, like he said, he needed, or Montrose in his mind, I needed love for that moment. I need, and also by the way he was going at it, he needed to be in power.
Yeah.
He had
Exactly.
to
He
be
had to
in
come back.
power
Yeah.
again.
Right.
You know, we all know Sammy is the uber bottom. Montrose is the triumphant top.
I know, and I'm gonna actually, and this motherfucker want me to keep
It
a
ain't
straight
it,
face on him,
it,
and I
it ain't my fault.
then
I
I'm gonna
listen
get
to the read.
accused of doing all kinds of,
I listen to the read. Blame Kid Fury, who's amazing.
I'm not homophobic,
which I
that was
love.
funny.
But yeah,
None of us are.
But he is, you know, that moment Montrose had to get back in charge. He needed that.
Yeah, that's what it was, power.
And I really did love when the door opened and you
because
saw
it was
Sammy.
out the gate.
Oh yeah. When Sammy looked at him and you saw Montrose had, you know, the trademark,
Oh, I
because
know that
Atticus left a
eye.
trademark on his eye.
Oh, they dotted that eye.
Oh yeah, it dotted that eye.
Mhm.
And he asked him, so where did it come from? The Ophies or the niggas? Now,
Right.
for the folks who are not knowing of derogatory terms, yes, if you're white, you already know the N-word. But if you don't know what Ophi is, well, that's y'all.
Yeah.
Well, you're not invited to the cookout.
Sorry, no Ophies allowed. I who knows? But that is a derogatory term that black folks would call white people. Other ones that go, and I can be what do you call it? Thesauruses or whatever. I could give you a bunch of them, redneck, peckerwood, but as usual, you guys are able to flip the script and make it into a true term of endearment and get paid for it, because you can have the redneck tour with Jeff Foxworthy, and you might be a redneck if your truck is all on pillars. We, on the other hand, cannot. You can go and have Cajun domes and Cajun seasoning, and yet we cannot have that. We can't do that, because even though we took a term that was supposed to talk about our wretchedness and our tomfoolery and something that was supposed to put us below, we can't flip the script and make profit on it. Even though you can say it in a rap song, take the N-word out, you still get paid. You're not getting paid to say the N-word. You can't market the N-word. It's the one word that's not marketable. It's still destructive. No matter how much we want to say we change the ER to an A, it's still a destructive word. But y'all can have that. Freedom of speech.
And funny how
Just
you
watch what you
mentioned the
say.
Cajun dome.
Just watch your mouth.
Cajuns were
was
looked
a
at as word,
yeah, that was
actually
that
below
was the,
black people. But look
yeah.
how that. I'm
Flip the
actually
script.
saying you're right.
Yeah, you
Cajuns
flip the
were
script.
black.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the ones
Right.
mixed,
What?
but
You know what I mean.
yeah.
But once again, you have the Cajun dome.
Yeah.
I'm black, and
Can you imagine the you know what dome?
Yeah, but I'll be honest. I'm not going to see the raging niggas.
No.
First of all, it should have stayed the Bulldogs or something anyway.
They should have kept it as Bulldogs.
Because that's the original, right?
It was. Like my dad said, one night they were Bulldogs and then they became a Cajun. So nobody knew, but fine. You have that. That's yours. I still got my diploma and I still owe y'all money. Good luck getting it. So we see a moment of honesty, but it was cut short when Sammy just wanted to finally seal the deal. And like with every relationship, it is always sealed with a kiss. And Montrose was like,
Right.
we don't do that.
Right.
And but I'm gonna laugh. And gay folks, if you get mad, that's on you.
But I don't think it was. I see the kiss, not wanting to kiss to me. I didn't read that as him. Because
not having a connection.
I'm kissing
I didn't say
a
it
man.
wasn't. There was no connection.
I think for him it was. If he would have kissed him in that moment, he is now vulnerable and tender again with someone else. So I didn't see the kiss as like, oh, I'm going to be kissing a man, and that means I'm really gay. I didn't read it that way at all.
Montrose needed to get
laid,
and
He had some frustration to
That's
let
all
out.
that night was about.
But I'm sorry.
That's what that was.
If you can't kiss but stick it in your mouth.
But no, but
it's
what
different.
Is it?
But again, the kiss to me was,
the kiss is loving.
Yeah, and I think
it is love.
It
is a sign of love. Yeah, I get it. But
and I'm not comparing him to prostitutes, but like prostitutes don't kiss.
Yeah,
don't kiss. It's too personal. A kiss is more intimate than the deed. You know.
Yeah, I guess.
Sometimes you can, because look, you can make love.
I've never been through that situation, so I don't know.
But a kiss is a kiss either way it goes. There's no difference in a kiss. A kiss is
I'm sorry.
This is truly an intimate expression. And I know some people say that because of bodies meeting, but you can fuck somebody and not love them.
That's true.
Right.
But you kissing somebody, there's something there.
That's an attachment, right?
I bust out laughing when Sammy got that mouth love and made that noise. I couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, you silly.
It was just that moment. I was like, wait.
I'm sipping on my
I'm just turning to the back.
All you heard was, oh. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh, okay, that happened. All right.
You know what?
Fine.
He's allowed.
He's allowed. No, everyone is allowed to express themselves, but hey, I can still laugh at your ass with your expression.
And first of all, Sam had been pulling these dudes because Sam was behind
been pulling.
Yeah, Sammy ain't hard up for nothing.
Yeah,
Sammy was doing him a favor.
Sammy said I could be
with Montrose.
Yeah, he loves Montrose. He really does love it.
Clearly.
So, it was kind of sad, but later on, I like to call it the moment that Pose infected the world with awesomeness. When a show like
the
Pose,
meeting,
the grand meeting, but before we get there, we go a little further. We see Tick and Letty. We already talked about hot sauce making its triumphant return.
Hot sauce, stay ready.
The hot sauce I was going to say, but the pages, Titus's pages are also gone with Yahima.
Right.
Again, the road to hell. Got his ass whipped. Now it's the quest of where are the damn pages? We need to find them. Letty did take pictures.
Yeah, Letty stay ready.
Letty stay ready.
Letty stay ready.
Hashtag Letty stay ready.
She said they didn't develop ready. Yet.
She didn't develop them.
Calm down.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And then
got this.
As I said,
you didn't have to beat your daddy ass.
No, this episode.
Could have just asked me.
But go off.
She should just have a shirt that's embroidered that says "Stay ready."
Right. Ask me.
But yeah, or ask me. She's like the Ash Jeeves of the show. Letty will always have the answer for you, even when she seems like, oh, Letty don't know what's going on. Somewhere down the line, she knows more than you and knew it before you.
Just ask her.
Just go ahead and ask her.
Make your life easier.
Exactly. But for me, like I said, this episode should have just been called Lovecraft fucking, because there was more than a little bit.
Fire.
There was some fire. Oh,
baby.
Woo! It was some
if
California wildfire going on.
If it wasn't fucking, it was violence in the episode. I was like, wait, what?
You're going to get both. America.
You're killing me.
This is an HBO show.
I know, I'm sensory overload right now.
Because
and people flesh dropping and shit.
Yep. There were moments of
blood, guts,
and
ass.
And Tick. And there's this very truthful moment of Letty seeing the side of Tick that, who would want to see it? Nobody would want to see it. Even Tick. You could see Tick
being your dad's ass.
Yeah, and plus, even with Tick being a military man, to go that far, the provocation wasn't as deep. Yes, y'all can start back from square one. Yes, Montrose did a dumb thing, not a good thing, but he told you last episode, I'm gonna do what I gotta do to protect you from going in foolhardily, because crazy and foolish will always find each other. So he was protecting y'all.
Just like his dream, when he had fallen asleep and he started catching on fire.
Yeah.
Right.
It's kind of like a warning sign. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
Because I think, what was her name? Hannah. Yeah, that was Hannah. Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
Tick's ancestor.
Oh, who he saw. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I tried my hardest. I kept rewinding.
I know.
To read
Try
her
to figure
lips. And I
out-
could have sworn the last thing was save yourself. It looked like she was saying something. I could have sworn it said save yourself. 9 out of 10, she was probably giving the recipe for like a bun cake or whatever. We don't know. But and probably later on in the season, we are going to figure it out because they're going to go back and she'll probably be like, boy, I told you. And Tick will probably be like, what? Boy, didn't I tell your ass? Then you know she's a black grandmother. Because once it starts with, didn't I tell your insert color as well as ass, then it's a serious situation. So we're going into the moment of black love, Tick and Letty. Letty is trying to contemplate what the hell is wrong with Tick. Tick is afraid of even himself, and he sees what he does to Letty. And what happens after that?
Well, he says, don't be scared. I don't want you to be scared
of me. Which
You're
was code for let's go sit on the sofa and make a baby. And baby making they were doing because we got to saw little old Journey Smollett in all her neckitude. Like what in the I could look at her and I'm like, man, she grew. But all of a sudden, Michelle's little partner popped in my head. And I was like, I can't watch this. Because it's hard when you see a child actor become an adult for a lot of things. But let me tell you, by the second viewing, I got over that. Trust me. I was just like, all right, let's go, Journey. Strip.
But
you know, she is an adult. Yes, she is. I know that. But it's just weird sometimes because you grow up with certain people. And, I remember her from Full House. I remember her from her own show On Our Own with her brothers and sister. She was always that cute little sassy kid, so it was just like, oh,
she's
Journey.
still sassy, but she's a woman now.
I had to do like Pops from next Friday. Oh, Stanley, I had to go, oh, Journey. But it was a really nice scene. And making the talking with a friend of mine, I'm like, y'all ever notice that Tick and Letty always banging after some angry or evil shit?
You see, because I was like,
primal.
okay, they're about to make sweet love. I really thought it was going to be this epic sweet love type. Right. They finally get the love making that you think they would get, but then they're like, oh, this is some real shit. Okay.
Yeah. And I thought that was sweet because it was
I thought so too.
I thought it was
tender. I loved it.
And think about it.
Like, it threw me.
She presented herself. Like you just said. But that's why I think her metamorphosis came, okay, now I present myself to you. She just saw him unmasked. Look, the good, the bad, the ugly.
Right.
This is who you are. I accept all of that. Now here I am presenting myself. And she did present her choice.
Yeah.
She presented herself in this moment. So, and she
was the first time
in front of him.
Right.
So see me.
It was back for the first time.
And I thought that was one of the most beautiful love scenes ever.
Yeah.
Yes, it was real. Because we
was nice.
We know how we do. Because when we get to it, we get to it. Because I've always said we go to other universes. And I'm not being here. I think, oh God, I'm going to get in trouble with this one.
Oh, child, just say it. I'm gonna just put a disclaimer at the bottom. Candy Newell is in trouble.
And look, and I dated outside. Lord, how do I say this politely? Without white people think
you've
they're
had bland chicken.
And they fucking. But when black people, two people who know the struggle, the pain, the beauty of it all, it is otherworldly when we come together in
it's
that
it's a true connection.
It is spiritual.
Especially out of a struggle.
It goes beyond this. Like we're reaching for each other. We found each other. Here we are in all the cosmos. You and I, right here.
Right. We've gone through hell. Now we'll connect to heaven.
And with white people, I just think sometimes even in their movies, it's like that's you're fucking or you're playing at your love making. That's not real love. That's not like I'm gonna live and die with you here.
Right.
And now, don't get me wrong, they have their grand sweeping romances.
It's the Disneyfication of romance.
Two different things.
Right.
And you see. Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, I was just
gonna because I was gonna say taking that
Women.
and then to me, the bathroom scene where she's in the tub was to me the most intimate thing they've done
that
so
was
far.
awesome.
Yeah,
that was an awesome
But
scene.
that's when he says, he confirms that this is special. You are special to me. And I thought that was like, that's really what women want to hear. You don't have to tell me you love me. Tell me that I am special.
Right.
That's really what and what that means to you. Exactly. Like, this is not, he's not confused about how he feels about Letty anymore. So when he couldn't hold her hand in last episode, he's all in now. Now, whether it's a relationship or whatever, who cares? But they are now bonded.
Yeah, that connection.
Especially, but it was from the bathroom scene at the end where they were talking intimately about all kinds of stuff. But that was like my favorite scene of them together.
It was a quiet.
I mean, the sex scene was good too, but the bathroom scene was like really
that was an intimacy.
Solidified.
That was intimacy.
Intimacy, but it was an intimacy as well, and that's what I agree. I agree wholeheartedly.
I think with the show,
watch why people are gonna tell Anthony, go have her watch all these great sweeping romance movies or whatever.
Well, this is Anthony saying I saw them all.
Who cares? Lovebirds, whatever.
Yeah, the Notebook is bullshit.
I know. Thank you.
So,
but you know, in a little sense, she's in war with him.
Yeah.
Just like when he was explaining, when he was in, I think, Korea, I think he said, was it?
Yeah.
And that lady was next to him and he was in love with her or whatnot. But Letty's showing it, like you saying, a partner, ride or die is all the way. Yeah.
It's the Bonnie and Clyde theme all over again.
Right. Well, I'm only gonna go so far with that ride or die, because if your ass did something no good,
let it go drop.
Hot sauce.
No. It is ride or die. Because if your ass did something fucked up, she either gonna ride that car over you and you're gonna die. So
now if you stealing from rich people to give to poor people, I'm about that. But if you out here selling drugs and doing shit like that, I'll give you the whole damn I'm a snitch. Here you go. His ass over there. I'm not going out like this.
Right.
Melissa
goes to jail for knowing.
Exactly. Prison ain't no vacation.
I'm not about to be Big Mama's little plaything.
Some people think prison is a vacation. No.
Yes, it is. You saw Orange is the New Black.
Oh my goodness.
And that's when you tell them, I saw Wentworth too. So it ain't cute.
Rolling on everybody.
Goes hard, but okay.
But it was one of the moments where it. The one thing I love about the show is the quiet moments carry so much weight, and it gives you time to kind of come down from the madness you saw, and then you see the humanity of the characters. Even with Christine, the quiet moments, the moments where the dialogue, there's no action around, it's just, here are two people. These two people are about to say some people shit, but it's gonna be some stuff that really drives the point home about what life is for them, for these characters. And as we say, everybody acts their ass off. Michael Kenneth Williams, superior. But with the the love scene and everything, and this episode also, and I was supposed to say it in the beginning and it just slipped my mind, but it dropped back. This is the code switch episode. This is code switching on a magical level. Think about it.
Yeah.
We switch our voices. Well, we're going beyond, because with the Braithwaite Industries, you can switch your whole goddamn body. Right.
At a cost, though.
At a cost.
We had to put that maid outfit on.
Right.
Oh yeah.
She had to pay the piper. She had to pay for it.
But you know the crazy thing.
That's when she realized white people crazy.
Well, no, you heard what she told old girl. They got shit you don't even know.
Right.
Okay. Let's go back to the store. Let's go back to Marshall Fields, because
so you got to excel.
She was sounding like Ruby.
You got to do better than them.
Usually when she's Hillary Davenport, you hear Hillary Davenport. You hear her, life is great, but in the mind, Ruby's mind is still in control of the situation. But we did get a gaggle of Karens at the store. And Madge, Kathy, and Barb. Oh my God, Barb. And
I'm sorry, Anthony, real quick. Did you see how Ruby would like pop up in moments when they pissed her off?
Yes. When they would say, well, because they're amongst friends. Yeah, they're amongst friends. We can talk with each other. Okay, those darkies, And when Barb, because the whole thing was Ruby / Hillary Davenport realizes that sadly Tamara is not qualified for the job. Tamara is a diversity hire. Diversity hire. And it was mentioned earlier during the interview when good old Paul with his monkey ass asked her about what about the coloreds? And you could see, like Gadir said, Ruby pops up. And because when Ruby pops up, the magic doesn't hold the way it should.
Start kickling, crackling.
So you were interrupted. Well, that's what they meant. Every time she would change back, it's because her truth will always come out.
Can't fight who you are.
You can't fight who you are.
To thine own self be true.
Right. And the moment of, and this is where I started laughing. I said, man, I think Misha Green was sitting there reading, watching some of Spike Lee movies, because the way they handled the gaggle of Karens and their snootiness, their disrespect, but
still want to go to the South Side.
Exactly.
Right. And treat the other girl
like a safari.
A pet.
They need a guide.
Come on, pet.
They literally said that. Pet? We need a guide to go on a safari.
Excuse me, Tamara, but could you take us to the dark side? And
that's what I said. The cookout is closed.
Yeah. You're not getting these ribs, bitch. So they needed Tamara, but before they even approach Tamara, they denigrate her. They talk about her. They talk about black people, period. And because they're with Hillary, there's a comfort level. So they can have those conversations. It's what they do, for these group of bitches. The jungle fever was heavy because when Ruby finally just said, you know what, I have white skin on, but I can't hide my blackness. And her and Tamara, the first time she went off on Tamara, that was so not called for. Your hands.
It's about some shoes. Oh,
yeah, about the shoes. No,
that was shade.
When she found out that Tamara was not as educated as Ruby thought she was, and she learned that Tamara was a diversity hire, and she just put the lotion. Bam! Your hands are ashy, and I'm like, yeah, that's a black woman for you there. But it was funny. But there's anger. She's upset. But the next time, which
I felt like that was more whiteness than blackness, because you're mad at someone who got something that you wanted,
right?
And so now you're mad. So okay, now my hands are ashy all of a sudden. But it was more so like I'm in the position you wanted. Yeah, you got this higher position as a white woman, but as a black woman, you coveted what I had.
Right.
And so now I see what you're saying. It's a problem. And so I didn't see it so much. I thought that was more white privilege than it was Ruby. Now the sass, of course, or the attitude kind of came, and the shadiness, but to me that action was more so oh, you mad? Yeah. You mad, Karen?
Yeah.
And so now my hand's ashy.
And
I keep you can't say shit else.
Right.
And I keep hearing like diversity hire, but back then, and I think he said all the executives would quit or something. Well, you don't think that they hired the least educated black woman they could find to prove a point, to say, oh, see, she can't do the job.
Right.
And they're making her clean shit and do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and you gotta look at who they amongst us, who they promote, who they put out there as faces of things. It's all by design.
Yeah,
it's all by design.
And I say diversity hire because that's what it was.
Yeah, for him, and that's what I'm saying. But I still think that was by design.
Yeah.
So down the line,
worst one.
See, she can't keep up. See, she can't. Right. So you have your ready-made excuse.
So
see, we tried it. So guess what?
We tried.
You can get rid of it. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying, by design. And look, at that time, it wouldn't surprise me in a room full of white male executives. Oh well, let's just do this, and we'll hire her for 6 months, and then we'll let her go, and because and then we have the reason, because look, she doesn't have X, Y, and Z. Okay, but motherfuckers, why didn't she have X, Y, and Z? If we really want to get deep, but I'm gonna there I go getting deep again. So let me get back to the shallow end. But I'm just saying, by design, look who you promote, look who you put out there.
Yeah, right. And the funny thing is, Tamara wasn't bad.
No,
she wasn't bad.
No.
She wasn't in Marshall Field's, I guess, quote unquote, tip top shape. But she knew what she had to do. She put things where they needed to go. It was just that moment of, you're not as good as the gaggle. You're never going to be as good.
Giving her a month, she would have done it. And they would have been still mad. They would have died mad.
Exactly. Because the fact of, you know, all it is practice. If you practice and, you know, you keep doing it, it becomes second nature. Every human has that, you know. It's not a color.
And she would be doing it alone with no help.
Exactly.
Right.
So
I think we can all speak to that experience.
And we also get a little bit of code switching in the music. Anybody remember the music that was playing when the gaggle of Karens were just wearing clothes that they shouldn't have been wearing? Tutti Frutti.
Oh yeah.
By Pat Boone.
Yes.
The ultimate one of the code switch, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. Tutti Frutti, which was written by the late great Richard Petterman, known to everybody as Little Richard.
Little Richard.
Who sadly, because he could not be they couldn't sell race music, they got Pat Boone's oatmeal eating ass, porridge eating ass, to do a rendition, and all the soul is gone. And oh my goodness, to see, you know, them gallivant and have fun with it. I'm just sitting there going, y'all, this is the rhythmless nation. Where Janet Jackson had the rhythm nation, this is the rhythmless nation. But Hillary, well, she was swinging her hips just like them women from the South Side. As Kathy alluded, oh my God, she could be ready for the colored version. And I wanted to just go, you mean the good version, the actual
actual
original version,
the unstolen version?
You know, you know, it's kind of like, there's Before I Let Go by Beyonce, and then there's Before I Let Go by Maze.
Look at Ashley's face. I'm looking at Ashley because I want to say something, because you didn't have to do that, Ann. You did not have to do that.
Okay.
Water is wet, grass is green.
And Ashley and bro, two things she ain't never seen. I know.
Beyonce's version is good. Okay,
right. That was not even an accurate.
She didn't take anything away, though.
What you were talking about.
That wasn't a good analogy, because she didn't take anything away. She didn't de-flavor the fucking song. Okay.
And I promise you, somebody got a check.
Try to swing. Oh no,
so somebody got.
Freddie, like, I could do speech therapy with them checks. Congratulations. Try to swing out on hers. I'm through. But once again, I'm just saying. And I use that as a joke, but I always know if I talk about B, I can always get a rise.
Stop right now. Just stop.
I can always get a rise from the hive. I can always shake the hive.
Stop.
But no,
let that woman be.
There were many in that day. There were many Black artists who wrote amazing songs, got them recorded,
right?
But in order to, and not even in order to cross over, in order for other record companies or the same record company to really make money off of it, they would put white singers on it, mainly Pat Boone. Pat Boone has done many a cover of Black artists' music. If you ever seen the 5 Heartbeats when they went to sell their first album. Yes. Zang. Nights like this, I wish.
No, when he pushed him off that piano.
Oh yeah.
That's what you want to do to everybody else.
Yes. Who ruins your music? Just move.
Like he would have pushed him with all the.
But if you go to the 5 Heartbeats, there's a scene where they were going to sell Nothing But Love, the big single.
Oh yeah.
And instead of them on the cover,
there was some white people on the beach.
White people on the beach. And the reason for that was, in order to sell, to cross over, you have to show the people you're crossing over to. You have to show them. Black folks gonna hear it. We know it's us. We gonna automatically buy. But to really go platinum, you have to market it to.
Wait, so you mean all their ads all along should have had us on it and stuff?
You would think. You would think.
I'm just going by his logic. I'm being an ass.
Well, I mean, this is 19.
No, I know you're right.
This is American logic.
I was being silly.
I know. I was just trying to be philosophical.
No, you weren't. It was funny. I just
philosophical
was like,
and deep. But no, it was kind of crazy to see. And the funniest part is, oh my God, Hillary, have you been to the South Side? I refer to Jungle Fever. I will leave it at that. The curiosity could kill the Karen.
Kill the cat.
Well, the Karen in this one. Um,
right.
But what I loved about that was their curiosity kind of got clowned because later in the show, the moment of, let me see if I remember, and excuse me, folks, sometimes my brain, I want to go everywhere with it. But the bargain that needed to be paid leads up to the South Side adventure.
Mm-hmm.
And that bargain is poor. Well, now I'm not going to say poor Ruby. Ruby thought, okay, I got to suit up. I got to get in my superhero costume. I got to be Super Karen again.
Mm-hmm.
And oh no, we need you the way you're supposed to be.
Whoa.
As a maid.
The way you're supposed to be.
The way you're supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean.
I can't look at Ashley's face.
You know, that's what they thought of her for that moment to get in because Captain Lancaster and his cronies, Burke and Crane, they are looking for a certain piece of machinery that was alluded to in episode 4, the Ori, which is a solar system, a really cool solar system model. They're looking for it. They need it. And Ruby has to infiltrate. So we get a little spy movie. You know, we get a little bit of spy movie.
Right.
But for me, the look on Ruby's face as she was serving these white men, excuse me. I swear this woman put some poison in that
No, that's what I was thinking.
I wasn't taking them devil eggs. I know that.
I would have been like,
them devil eggs was gonna stay on that tray.
This was the first time
Mama was mad.
And then he snapped his finger.
Yeah,
remember?
Which really pissed. Which was like, whoa.
You snapped your
but I love the scene when she goes back in the kitchen. She said, "Where's this bitch at?"
Yeah.
That is every black woman with bad nerves.
That is us every time we get in the car after work.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Where's this bitch? It's time. Like, where's this bitch at?
Because at that moment,
because then she knocked on the door.
Yes, that was the first time I said, "This is when I need white people to be black." When she had them devil eggs, that's when them white men should have went, "Who made the eggs?" As we go, "Who made the potato salad?" You have to question because I don't eat just anybody devil's egg. You should have asked because I'm telling you, she put something in it. Because she had the look of every last
she wasn't even faking a smile.
No.
You know what?
Nothing.
Y'all, I hate to say this, and they say we're forgiving people and all that other.
There was no forgiving this.
With the exception of maybe moi. But this is the thing. You can't tell me that when, in all jokes aside, when they still do, some of them, more than I care to admit, treat us as anything but human, treated our ancestors as anything but human. And yet you expected these people to cook your food and this and that. You can't tell me
how
that
they
those people
put
didn't have
glass.
They made no, they weren't going to get killed for it, but you can't tell me they didn't do a number like this, a number like
Miss
that.
Millie Pie, Miss Millie Pie.
Yeah, I know they did. I know them people. They've eaten some shit, literally
survival,
and some stuff they didn't want to eat has gone into their fucking evil ass stomachs.
Have you enjoyed the cheese?
Thank you, ancestors.
They ate the freshest of Fermunda cheese.
Honey.
That gives me great comfort and pleasure.
Survival. You know they had to have done something.
Oh yeah.
Just make it all right, even for a moment.
I don't need to treat evil with politeness. I don't need to treat evil with kindness. I don't need to fucking respect people. So I hope they ate more boogers than a little bit.
There's a great woman that said that when they go low, we kick them in the dick and we keep kicking them. So that happened, and
put that on the shirt.
Oh, that'll happen. So we get to the kitchen. We get to the kitchen. We get the moment of the I'm tired of this shit. Where this bitch at? And lo and behold, there's that bitch go right at.
There she go. It magically appears.
Yes, because Christina pops up in all of her, wondrous evil. And
her paleness.
Well,
she's so
so
pale.
she pretty much tells her, hey, I need your help. Okay, we knew that. I'm here. You're getting the help. Well, I need you to put this in Captain Lancaster. Oh, you ain't said nothing about no police. Now you putting a black woman's life in danger. But how does she get it done? By trying to play with a black woman's sensibilities and her kindness and her caring. Because do you really care for William, or do you care for the power he gives you? Now, I think Ruby in her mind said, bitch, I do like the power. And would have walked away. But no, I'm not the writer. Ruby definitely probably has a little bit of feelings for William. I think she does.
Well, I think that's why the sex came in the picture first.
I think she cares, yeah.
So you could have some kind of little connection.
Right. I think she cares.
Just,
I really think she did care. And and Christina saw it because she used that to her advantage to get what she wanted from Ruby, which was to infiltrate Captain Lancaster's office, which
the dungeon.
Last week we kept hearing moans. Who is that?
Right.
What is moaning? And just like a certain artist whose name I'm not gonna say, but I will say they work, we find out this week who was trapped in the closet. We don't know the person's name, but we do know, one,
he's in pain.
He's in pain. Two, he's dead. And three, he is decomposing as we speak in real time.
So he's dead?
He's dead. He's literally dead. He is dead. So we have that. And Ruby almost got caught because here comes Captain Lancaster and his two cronies. There's this conversation, and they do mention the Ori because they need the Ori. I'm going to go back right quick. There was also mention of good old Hiram Epstein from episode 3. And we learn that how the transformations came to be is William and Hiram were working together. That's how the transformations came to be. Yeah. How the power of transformation came to be. So not only was Hiram Epstein doing dirt with Captain Lancaster, he was also doing dirt with William. So yes, Hiram Epstein deserved to be exorcised.
Wait a minute. What did I miss about, did someone say something about Ruby was stigmatized by the Majesty?
No. Oh, Lord, wait, what?
I said that was kind of what they used for her to get closer to William, so the favor could actually.
There was no Majesty mentioned. There was no stigmatized. No.
Yeah,
I thought I was like, I had to get up for it. I said, did someone say something about stigmatized?
That is Candy Newell, ladies and gentlemen. That's on her mind 24/7. No, what we were talking about was the infiltration. Spy, the cool little spy movie that they used with Ruby. Just looking at Ruby's expression as she's walking through the hall, knowing that she's about to go in this man's office and have the police, her eyes are wide, her head's on a swivel. When she gets in, she closes, she hurry up through the little talisman or charm that was given to her. Now, I will explain that. It's not too much of a spoiler. The little rock talisman that she put in his drawer it's a spy, basically. It's going to let Christina know what's going on. She'll hear everything and know everything.
Magic microphone.
Magic microphone, exactly. So
she could make it a little more discreet,
well,
she just threw it in that drawer.
But once again, you got me going in this damn place with a bunch of cops. I ain't trying to be discreet.
In the back.
Yeah. We find out who.
Oh no, I wasn't talking about Ruby.
Oh, you mean the actual talisman itself?
Yeah, the actual. Yep.
It's 1955, Gadare. I guess they wasn't thinking. I don't know. It was just like
you could just put a rock with some little squiggles on it.
Yeah, let me get a rock. All right, here we go.
Right.
Looking like an ancient ruin.
Yeah, right. I'll put a rune on it, draw an owl. Girl, exactly. where they can't see it, it'll work.
Magic Mike.
There we go. So we meet up with this dying, decaying dude who's like,
you know, it reminded me of Goonies again.
Yes.
With the man in the freezer.
Oh yeah. Oh my goodness.
With Chunk.
He sound like Sloth.
Nisha gonna get mad off. We talk about everybody.
It's Goonies thing.
She like
Tales from the Hood. All the BNC
talk about
movies.
my show, Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft.
Airing on HBO. Cut the check.
Lovecraft with detours. Lovecraft with other detours. That's what we should call it.
H.P. Lovecraft is probably sitting there going,
we take you on the scenic route.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey,
that's what we do.
Rod Serling made a fortune taking us on the beaten path with the Twilight Zone. So just consider this a new Twilight Zone. Right. We're gonna go everywhere. But
I love our thing. I love it.
Exactly. We find out who the guy is because they say his name, Santorini.
Because he stole something.
He stole something. Now, here's something I hope y'all notice. When
the black chest.
Exactly.
That black skin.
I said, what the fuck was that?
And he did it so fast.
I know. I kept rewinding. I said, wait, no, that's a brother. Something going on.
Okay. Back to episode 3.
So is he magic too?
Yes.
I made up that word. He's magic.
No, he's part of the lodge. He's one of the sons of Adam. That is the experiment with Hiram. Remember, he was helping Hiram. He was helping Hiram procure black bodies for experimentation.
Okay, so this is like Jordan Peele Get Out. So wait, hold on. But is the white man black or is the black man really white?
I think it's a white man.
But the way the
black organs, body parts.
Yeah. Do you remember?
Like they do now.
Okay, you remember when they did well, you see, that was deep, and
we're gonna discuss that.
There we go. We can always rewind and hear what the deepness that Ashley gave. Remember when in episode 2, when they was digging in Samuel, and they pulled out, flesh of my flesh and all that crazy.
Yes,
liver or something.
His lip, a little piece, Same thing. That's what the sons of Adam do. They are they're not alchemists, like they say in the book. We're not looking to, do the philosopher's stone and turn lead into gold. That's bullshit. What they are, they're philosophers. So they're natural philosophers, and they study the ways of nature. Magic is nature, like untapped nature. So the thing about magic, and this is the thing that pay attention to this when you watch Lovecraft Country, magic comes at a cost. With Ruby, right, like everything else. When you ask for something must be given in turn. And you have to know.
It's a currency.
It's a currency. Not only do you have to give something up, you also have to know how to ask for it. Because if you ask for it wrong, it's the monkey paw. Oh, I want to be rich. Okay, you won the lottery, but you lost your legs. There's always something, you have to know how to ask for it.
The trick of the genie.
There you go. So with him having the black man chest.
It's a deceit. It's a deceit is what it is.
I personally thought maybe he might have had some kind of congenital defect. He could have some kind of disease. He needs healthy flesh, healthy bodies. And because Hiram, because keep in mind, he's black into the shoulder, like near the bicep. And
I saw.
So that's a Frankenstein's monster, if you really look at him. And with Santorini in the closet, who, poor thing, I think he was just trying to say, all I want is someone. Y'all send me home. I'm ready to go. And he kind of threw up on Ruby. When Ruby grabbed him like, boss, you don't shut up.
Then she did it.
That was the most realist thing ever. Yes. Like the writing in this is so good because that's how I would act too. Like, you can't leave this class, but this man is throwing up. And,
guess what? I wouldn't have survived.
Everything was real.
I would have bust out that closet and said,
I mean, like, you got me?
Yeah.
Look, I'll give you all the secrets. I'm ready to.
This bitch wants you dead. This motherfucker got this machine.
Oh yeah, we got a magic mic in the drawer.
Magic mic. I'm gone. I'm done. Bye.
I had nothing to do with this shit. I didn't want it.
Yeah. Y'all can kiss every inch of my black ass. I quit.
All of it.
And look, they probably have been so shocked they let you go too.
Exactly.
Like, well, she just said every fucking thing. Don't worry about
There's
it.
a black woman in the closet.
Right.
So, I know. They still trying. I'd have been like, let it run. And by the time
there was a black man in the closet.
We thought we saw a black woman run out of here. Did you see that too?
You ain't saw nothing. All you saw was darkness. I'm gone. Nothing came towards your eyes. Right. There you go.
So wait.
Y'all notice that even though Ruby was beautiful plus size woman, she fit in everything small. The white woman,
yeah.
Oh well, yeah. You see, and that's the thing about the transformation. Everything cracks and breaks. So your bones
uncomfortable
are cracking and resetting. Right. You are becoming someone new. But what I love is that, and this is why I say Hillary is Bruce Banner, Ruby is the Hulk, and I am a huge fan of the Hulk. The power, even though the show is saying at this time the power in white skin, to shed it, to break through. That black skin is just ripping and just getting it off of me. Like
that's where the true power lies.
The true power truly lies in her, in her melanin.
That's what I said about earlier. About it was a psychological thing for her. It wasn't her, you know.
Yeah, I don't need the approval up here. It had to be, you know.
She had to come to her own self-realization.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
And with the closet scene, and oh Lord, Lancaster is half white, half black. He's a true mulatto, whatever. At first I was like, well, you see, at first I thought he had markings, that it was markings on his chest, and
no,
then
I saw the stitch. Again, I'm like, that's stitches. Black.
I just saw black, and I was like,
yeah, what happened? You know, you have vitiligo. What is going on? Are you Uncle Ruckus? I don't have vitiligo. Well, it looks great on you, but on him, that boy needs some ambi. You know, like some sun. But
you know his fellow whatever.
Oh yeah, they
officers, whatever.
It was like nothing to them.
Exactly.
They all in the
right
because they're all a part of that group that were taking black people, sending them to Hiram so Hiram can do those horrible experiments. Lancaster is the product of Hiram Epstein, plain and simple. And
he is.
I might be wrong, but I think so.
No, but isn't he also the one that threw William, the rightful heir? Because remember you said how Christina walked funny?
Yeah.
That's why. And you know when I knew it was real? Because I had seen the theories and all that. But go back to the beginning when William was getting some clothes. I said,
and he's very dress right there.
Y'all didn't see the women's clothes?
Yeah. So extravagant and so
And I said, even in his mannerisms, you could see in his mannerisms. Where he was just like,
and his mannerisms. Plus, they had a yellow dress right next to his
he was very effeminate.
He was a caricature of he was a Ken doll. He wasn't
right. He was a woman.
That's why her ass walked funny.
Yeah.
But does this mean that Lancaster knows that she's practicing magic too? Because remember she said, and he was the rightful heir, and he threw him in the lake or whatever.
Oh yeah.
So does Lancaster know it's been her all along?
Yeah.
Ain't no telling. We hopefully will find out next episode or episode 7
because this is turning into some
cat's out the bag.
Yeah, because
this is like super with Zeus against Zeus shit.
Yeah, because like she said, he's the rightful heir. But then I say to myself, if he does know, just in a crazy thing, remember what Christina and Tick talked about in the first 2 episodes, or really in the second episode, how Christina so badly wants to be in this boys club, and that she is the rightful heir to all of it. Like she should be the one who should be running Chicago along with Arden. Matter of fact, she should be the one who should be in control of all 30, I think it's 36, because you remember Montrose said, well, what happens when the other 34 come after you? So I think it's 35, 36 lodges. When they all come, she wants to run all of that. I think that's her most devious plan. That's what she's working on. She wants to be the puppet master. And when we leave this is where Hillary becomes Ruby. Not in transformation, just in young black girl. this is what the game is.
These motherfuckers crazy.
Yeah, she wasn't mad about the shoes. She wasn't mad about placement. She saw what most black folks will say, crazy white people shit.
She caught the Holy Ghost on her.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, yeah. She's like,
girl. You don't even know that. They got shit on their shit. They just
She couldn't even take it no more.
They got some shit they do in the back.
In the closet.
Like you felt her whole body in that. Like,
yeah.
They got shit. You don't even think motherfuckers.
I wouldn't have been surprised if
no clue.
if all that flesh would have exploded in front of everybody and Ruby.
I was waiting for
like grabbing Tamra, like, girl, these white folk here crazy. Pack your shit and let's go. Fuck Marshall. Fuck it all. We got to get out.
And that to me was like her last remnants of respectability.
She thought it's gone. It's completely gone.
Baby,
her eyes have seen the light.
Right.
You know,
her eyes have seen the glory.
And no matter what you do,
and I know how crazy they are.
And no matter what you do, they're gonna still put you in a maid outfit to get what they gotta get. So no matter what, just do you and do it better than them.
Well, they're crazy as crazy.
And you see Tamra like, what? You know, like, because she's feeling like you're chastising me for just messing with these shoes. And Paul is talking about, oh, what's going on here? And before that, Paul, it does like Hillary. You know, he's very affectionate to her. Well, you know what? Let's not hold on.
He got on my nerves.
Yes.
Oh, yes. I thought you said Hillary. I meant
no. We finally go and we take a trip to the wild side. We just basically went to a club on the south side of Chicago, where shocking news, spoiler alert, black people play music and dance in, just like white people do in their clubs. Bum bum bum. Are you shocked?
Way cooler.
You know, I'm gonna leave it at that. So I'll let you. Ashley said it.
I said it.
She said it, and ain't no regrets either. Ain't no regrets and bad checks. Yeah, two things Ashley don't do is have regrets and write bad checks. So so we get to the south side.
Put this on a t-shirt.
The gaggle of Karens are now happy. Their curiosities have been satiated, but there is a moment that I laughed and I said, yes, get them with the shade. Kathy thinks that these two young black men are staring and are infatuated with her.
I want them, yeah.
And the way that young brother looked at his partner like, the fuck? What? Ugh. You know, like, not saying she's ugly, but
who's she looking at? Right.
Why is she looking here? We just trying to listen to the original, better version of Tutti Frutti, done by the late great Richard Petterman, better known as, or always will be known as, Little Richard. As people are jiving and juking and doing what we do best, which is black joy and have a good time. And what nobody worried about y'all coming in. Why? Because we don't care, because the good time is being had. Black joy is in effect. But there is a moment. We get another transformation scene, but we also get some sick shit. And that wasn't the transformation scene at all. Although, before I say it, Tamra, bless her, Tamra is my spirit animal. Because when they showed Madge and Kathy and Barb and Paul and they're cackling.
She had to take shots. Tamra was straight shots.
Mama
was stressed.
She was stressed. So young. So youthful.
I had to bring these. Oh, yeah. Poor baby.
You could tell they have infiltrated my safe space. That's what it reminded me of. Her hitting the liquor. Like, them motherfuckers, I get away from y'all asses.
They don't even speak to me at work.
Yeah, and now y'all want to be buddies.
Now y'all are here. There's nothing sacred. Like you said, there's nothing sacred no more.
Big Mary, piss in their shots. Or add extra salt to the damn ribs. Fuck them up fast. So Ruby stops no longer, she doesn't want it anymore. She at that moment you can tell she does not want to be Hillary anymore. She's over it. She goes in. She's in the alley. She's transforming, and then we see Paul and Tamara in the same alley, but there was a wall, a little wooden fence that blocked Ruby from sight. And Ruby sees Paul making his advances to find out. Well, he wanted to know if it was true, if black women taste sweet down there.
Oh, Lord.
And boy, oh boy, was it was uncomfortable. But thank goodness, Tamara, being able to handle herself, bit his lip, ran away, got home safely. But it didn't end without him having to go even further in demeaning her, as if trying to rape her wasn't enough. Had to go ahead and called her, you nigger bitch.
Right.
Like bitch wasn't enough. You had to add the adjective of nigger. So, ladies and gentlemen, the word nigger can be used as an adjective, adverb, pronoun, noun. It can describe a lot. It's a power word. Go figure.
And even when, he was trying to rape her, she was still polite to him. She's like, no, sir, no, sir.
Yeah, like, I don't want to do this with you.
Exactly.
Right. Even though she could have punched him, kicked him, or whatever.
Right.
She was still trying to probably keep her job.
Exactly. Because
this is still her boss, even though they're at a club.
And keep her life, actually, because she was either way she went.
Yep.
Right.
So we see that Ruby sees it, and we get home. Ruby makes it back to the house, and the house is, if they did keep it from the book, the house is in the Hyde Park section of Chicago, which is very affluent. A lot of rich people live there, brokers, the power people living in Hyde Park. And because I'm hoping it's Hyde Park, it does go more into the book, because the chapter of this Ruby story is called A Jekyll in Hyde Park.
Oh, wow.
So that's why I was like, oh, this is Hyde Park. This is where the house is. Yeah. And we have a moment where she confronts Christina, asking about the basement. Christina doesn't answer. Christina comes back and, tries to put Ruby, sway her into, so you're having issues and this, that, and the other. And the one thing I love, Ruby just finally told her, shut the fuck up. But there is a part, which I said this episode is all about. And Christina asked her the question, who are you uninterrupted, excuse me. Who are you uninterrupted? Who are you truly? And I feel bad because we forgot the other answer was Montrose. Montrose finally became him. He finally
in that club.
The caterpillar truly became a butterfly, a black butterfly. Man, I wish Denise Williams was in that episode so she can sing Black Butterfly.
Oh my
God. He finally became himself. But before that, he had to get read by the other queens. It wasn't a bad reading, it wasn't shade, but there was a moment where they finally had to put him in his truth. They finally had to put him on blast. With Sammy. Oh, really? They ain't even kiss. Which is the
you ain't gonna sit with the queens and not get read. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna sit with the queens without getting read. That's just standard.
And that was really cool for them to have, some well-known queens, Shangela and Monet Exchange. They were in there. Shangela played Lena Horne. Monet Exchange played Dinah Washington. And I was killing myself laughing because they just constantly kept reading them. Both of them, Sammy and Montrose. And what I loved about that scene was, once again, metamorphosis. Sammy's little monologue about the cicada and the locust, which earlier in the episode, the news report about the Kenyan locust that was swarming to Great Britain.
Yes.
five different transformations before they finally become a true locust. You know, the wings and everything are adults who can reproduce. And Sammy's little monologue about him being, you know, winning the ball and everything, and just saying straight up, you know, the cicada and becoming, you know, the true locust. And I think his thing was Locesta. I think it was Locesta migratoria or something like that. I think that's what he was calling it. So that was something fancy, but also a wake up call to Montrose. It's time to shed and be who you truly are. It's time for that caterpillar to come, well, the butterfly to come out of the cocoon. It's time to break out the chrysalis. Get out. Live your truth. And this is why I said this is where Pose meets sci-fi horror, because they went to the ball. Everybody's enjoying themselves. Poor Montrose is still scared, don't know how to say, this is me. Then all of a sudden, it happened. He finally, he just finally said, you know what? I have to be me. And
he did it gracefully.
He did it gracefully, and he was in a place where he would be accepted and wanted to be himself.
With his tribe.
With his tribe.
Right. He found a family. Because, you know, and they, you know, in the ballroom and all of that scene, they have mothers and all that stuff. So he probably thought his family was gone. He lost his brother, and then his son. So he had nothing. Right. And now he's realizing that he doesn't. He has someone who seemingly loves him or, you know, cares about him.
And a group who wants him.
Welcomes him.
And welcomes him, wants him.
And encourages him to be him. Exactly. Right.
You know, so they
this
had
was his coming out ball.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yep.
This is his debutante.
Right. His debut.
His debut. Right.
Coming from the north side of Chicago. Montrose. Right. But it was such a great scene just to see him be, and you know, they finally sealed the deal.
They lifted him.
They lifted him. He was reborn.
Right.
You know, behold.
They literally lifted his spirits. They lifted him up. And then he got his kiss.
Yeah. Welcome home. You are home. So act like it. And Montrose said, well, fine, fuck it. I'm going to act like it. And he did. And him and Sammy sealed the deal. So that answer, I got
romance.
I got the romance. There's the romance. We got that answered about Montrose. Will it carry on into, you know, the last 5? Because we are at the halfway point of the series.
Already.
Really? Wow.
You know, so it's will it continue? How will Montrose them react? We won't know until they show us. But right now, I'm happy. He's happy. You know, I'm happy that the character of Montrose can finally breathe, can finally be, and he's in a safe space. No one should be messing with him in the safe space. Now, to go with Ruby and to answer her question, who, as Christina said, who are you uninterrupted? Well, that answer came in as, and this is where I said, this is how Christina kind of misled her, but also guided her into finally showing who you truly are. When she spoke about William's deal, what he offered with magic. See, what you don't understand is that with magic, he gave you, you know, the keys to the Magic Kingdom. Sorry, Disney, don't sue me. But what you didn't realize is that he also gave you the keys to do whatever the fuck you want. And that's a very dangerous thing to say, especially with someone who doesn't understand magic fully. Ruby does not understand magic. You know, she doesn't get it. But to give her the power and say, unchecked, go do whatever you want. While it was a great use of that unchecked power, which we're getting into, it's also a dangerous situation when you walk around with unchecked power, because you can become a very dangerous person and people will get hurt, and it can, you know, it gets ugly. But for this demonstration of unchecked power, high heel shoes and you. Stilettos. And the things that they can do.
That one hurt.
Oh.
I didn't feel sorry for one, but that shit hurt me. I was like, oh,
that was some shit, literally. We had the moment of Hillary. I call it Hillary's last performance or last stand.
Her last hurrah.
Her last hurrah. If I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna go out with a bang. And she meets up with Paul. Paul is in a moment of, hey, let's talk about firing Tamara.
Yeah, which was going to come. That was going to come either way.
That was going to come regardless.
Because she won't sleep with you.
But Hillary had other plans. And Hillary, using the power of her whiteness and her femininity. Man, I ain't said that in years. I like that word. Her femininity, her femitude, her sexuality. She literally got Paul with his pants down. And Paul was thinking, all right, I'm finally gonna get it. It's on. And boy, did he get it. First, she played with his fetish, which is suck on that stiletto.
Like, she literally made him lubricate it.
She literally, yes, like I said, she had it prepped. She prepped it. She was like, I have a plan and I'm going to see this to fruition. You know, because the whole saying is, man plan, God laughs. I think on this moment, God was like, baby, do your plan. Do your plan, because I got to watch this. I know all, I see all, but I still got to see it in real time. And while he was getting his freak on with the shoe, she took them panties off. And she said something, and I don't know if y'all heard. When she put it in his mouth, did y'all hear what she had told him? What? Sweet enough for you?
Oh yeah, she did say that. Okay. Yeah, for the yeah.
Because at that moment, if you notice, she had started, you know, when
changing.
She started changing because coming out your eye, and she's like, "You love it, sweet enough for you," and she put it in his mouth. But if you look when she stood up, you can kind of see near her leg, she was starting to transform. So in my head, I'm thinking she was black down there already. That's just in my head. Hey, I didn't create.
We're gonna let you have that.
I didn't create the scene.
No, I just noticed this.
She was changing already, and there was this beautiful romantic song that comes on, and it's done by this great American songstress by the name of Cartier B.
Cardi B.
For short, if you're from the Bronx, Cardi B, BX represent Europe. Called, was it Bodak Yellow? I believe. I know it's a great poem. And
I'm not paying attention to you right now either.
you have to, because this is where I credit the editor. I credit Misha Green, because they, like Beyonce and every meme, was on beat with the words. Because the first jab, and folks, if you saw the episode, you know where the shoe went. You know where the heel went. For those who haven't, spoiler alert, she commences to give his tutor a little ruder.
And violently sodomized.
She violently sodomizes Paul with the 6-inch stiletto pump. And what made it so funny, and this is why I say it was on point, when she hit him to knock him down, when she put the knee to his back, the great poet laureate, songstress, Cartier B, it's so cool when she said, "You little bitch." And when it hits, that's when she hit him in the back. And I said, look at him on beat. And with every, "You little bitch, you can't fuck with me." And I'm like,
these expensive, these
bloody shoes.
Bloody shoes.
And there was no blood on them shoes. These were poopy shoes. That was some brown bottoms.
I saw blood.
It was blood. You can't go that far.
It was blood.
I can't go that far. She could fuck a man in the ass.
I'm saying no. I didn't say you can go that far. I was saying she can't go that far without getting blood. I got a vomit break, y'all. I'm dying. I'm fucking dying.
But as the sodomization,
I couldn't even watch it. I had to watch it.
My mouth was open the whole entire time. I was like,
I'm laughing the entire time.
I saw it and I went, because I'm squeamish. Believe it or not, I'm squeamish. So I let it go. And then I was like, and then I hit it. And it's like,
you made that noise like Sammy?
Like it was hurting my teeth.
I made that noise.
I kept hitting it in small doses.
Yeah. And I almost made that noise like Sammy. Oh.
It was bad.
And she got it right every time.
Every time. It was
aim.
You know they had a choreographer.
Oh yeah. They told me. Okay, when you go towards the balloon knot, aim up and angled. Up and angle. It's like, the magic bullet back and to the left.
What every rapist and would-be rapist deserves.
Exactly. And
oh my God.
as the sodomization of Paul's balloon knot is commencing, so is the transformation of the true interrupted self, which, once again, was always Ruby, Ruby, Ruby. Yeah. And when the first crack in the face just split, and you see Ruby's natural black hair just coming out from all of that white mess. Then let me stop there. White people, I like y'all. I tolerate y'all. I like y'all. Trust me.
No, Hillary rocked the bird nest. You can say that. She had a bird nest.
She had a little bird's nest.
That hairspray. Was that Miss? What was that? That super
Aquanet. Well, they had Aquanet in the show. They had Aquanet in the show. That was
ruining the ozone.
Yeah, y'all killed the earth, man. Way to go, kids.
Thanks, 50s.
Yeah, woo! Into the 80s. With every thrust, there was transformation. With every beat, there was flesh ripping. You can see she not only enjoyed it, she understood. She knew this had to be done. She had no regrets. This dude is going to be punished. And she had the power to punish him. Unchecked power. That's what that was. That was the best demonstration of it. And what I love, poor Paul had to turn around. No, I'm just saying he had to turn around. And this was Ruby's Mr. Big moment. You know why I say, come on, Ashley. I did this to you. Look at me. I did this to you.
I'm not referencing anything of those songs. All in life, they don't exist.
But to make it real, all Paul had to do was go, no. And then you hear,
you are.
But, okay, that's the end of my Pied Piper references. May he where he be.
Made that same shit happen to him.
Well, it already did. He got his ass whooped in jail.
They didn't do that.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, they whoop his ass.
Anyway.
And this is the thing, though, too. And I know we say, transforming. Same thing, coming into who you always were, which Ruby, more than any of them, think was there. She just needed that push.
Right. She needed that.
But also that she truly joined the sisterhood. Because she took up for Tamra in the moment. And she saw through the beguiling lies of white women.
And she even said it. What did she say it to William or Christina? I've been you. And I've been a black woman and I've been you. And I still can't find peace. Like she's been through hell, period. Even as a white woman, she's gone through hell. May not be a hell that's as burning as being a black woman, especially at that time. But she's been both. And she realizes just being a woman is hell. Just being a woman is hell. But
I also believe she thinks that, or she believed it, how I interpreted, that there is freedom in being a black woman. Yeah, you have all this shit that comes at you.
Free ice cream.
But whereas a white woman, you get all these perks, but you're not free. You're not free. Like look, we challenge our men. You know what I mean? That's another story. But There's freedom. Who said the two freest people on this earth are a black woman and a white man?
Mm-hmm.
And bear with me here. And it's because when nothing's expected of you and everybody thinks this, that, and the other, you can do what the fuck you want to do.
Right.
Right.
Hard to meet, no standard, no nothing.
Right.
That's what they think. So you can move in ways that they never see coming. Black women.
The zero fucks level of existence is the most powerful level.
Exactly.
Right.
Well,
it's the Super Saiyan level.
But that's for the show with no name. We can get into that. But I just
no.
I think that there's freedom because she could have very well chosen to stay Hillary.
Right.
Yeah.
Her ass said, I'm black and I'm proud, goddamn it. I'm
right.
And even let's go with that, let's even go back to the precursor. When she was Hillary enjoying being white for the day, getting free ice cream and people loving her.
And what was playing?
But what was playing in the background? An excerpt for Colored Girls.
Yeah.
And you know, when you hear it and you hear about that freedom, you know, when you finally realize chasing that rainbow, you ain't gotta chase it. You're already, you know, this greatness. You're already great. You're already amazing.
Why I loved Ruby from the beginning. Because she was the one who had the least to change. She just really, to me, it's not even that she changed, is that she was
self-actualized.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
She was already the butterfly. She just needed to know that, guess what, I'm not a woman dreaming I'm a butterfly or a butterfly dreaming woman. I am the woman. I am the butterfly.
A true butterfly who should stay away from stiletto pumps.
Well, you know,
no, they need to stay away from her stilettos.
Exactly. In theory, I abhor violence. Like I said, if it's necessary, and it was very necessary for any rapist or would-be rapist. I couldn't stand it. I would probably have to pay someone to do it for me. Like I totally was down with what she did, and she has more chutzpah than I will ever have in my life because I would have to pay someone to do it.
Yeah,
I'd have to sit there and read a book while you're doing it, but you're gonna get done to you. But I give her that.
And it's the apex.
He deserved it.
It's the apex of frustration. Everything that she went through in that episode, she finally let it loose. Like that was her therapy, if you think about it.
That man in an insane asylum.
Self-actualization.
Even if they believed his stupid ass story.
And what did she say on top of him when she stepped on his chest? And oh Lord,
just a big bloody black woman.
Ooh, man. And let me tell you, when they showed that the scene of, and if nobody,
probably his worst nightmare.
Exactly. If nobody recognized the movie that was playing on the TV, that was Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It's not the famous one with Spencer Tracy. I was trying to find out which one it was, but I think that was the scene when Jekyll realizes, oh shit, I've always been Hyde. It wasn't the serum. I am my own evil. I am both good and evil, and I let my evil side take over. I didn't need a serum. It was always me. Hyde was an excuse.
Yeah. The only thing that
breaks the mirror.
He breaks the mirror.
The only thing that can be brought out of any of us is what's already in there.
Right. Although I do love the scene of that scene because the whole time she was giving that balloon not a what for, the facial expression in the movie. His mouth was wide open, like
yeah, that was funny. Yeah, they were having some fun with it.
They were going to town with it.
Like my stomach, I was like, I can't take this right now. Ugh.
But it was such a well done moment because when she looked down on him and you see those pieces of Hillary falling on him, and she said, I want you to see. I want you to know who did this to you. And she said it. She used his own words. I want you to I want you to see that a nigger bitch did this to you.
She wasn't gonna let no white woman claim that work.
And what I love is, like Melissa said, that dude is gonna be in the sanitarium.
It's over for Paul.
It's over for Paul. Paul ain't coming back.
Fatality.
Oh yeah. That oh yes.
Unless they work some magic at the lodge on his head.
Oh yeah.
But he done.
They better sprinkle some memory, something on it, because other than that, he's done.
His little rosebud went
that
fatality.
went to the core of his soul. I don't think they can erase that even with a potion.
Oh yeah.
No. I'm saying it right now. NetherRealm, when you do the next Mortal Kombat, put Ruby in there and let that be her fatality. Let that be her fatality. She fight as Hillary, but her fatality is she rape you with the damn stiletto.
With a shoe.
And rape you with a shoe and then turn into Ruby and go, and she won't say the nigga bitch. She'll just say a real bitch did this to you.
You know, biologically, that's all your internal stuff. That's your spine right there. You can.
You can do some damage.
You can kill someone. You can.
Woo! Hello, boy. You know, but then we get a softer side. Like I said, the quiet moments. We got this.
Oh yeah.
Jaw-dropping scene. Cardi was saying that they were red bottoms. She walks out.
Bloody shoes.
Bloody shoes. Cartier B. Great poet laureate. She won the Pulitzer.
Cardi. Let her be.
We do get the moment with Letty and Tick. We get another intimate moment with our friends, Letty and Tick.
Letty reading the Bible.
Letty reading the Bible.
I thought it was so funny because they went from that to Letty in the tub reading the Bible. Like,
here's some hellified shit, and there's the Lord. Some devil stuff going on, but Jesus is here.
Right.
Jesus is in the tub.
Right.
And while they, she was reading, and what I enjoyed about that was the honesty of both, the lack of faith with Letty. She said, "Look, I'm trying to say a prayer for Yahima, but my mama was the real faithful one. She was the faithful one. She would go and."
I thought she said faithless.
No, I think she said she's the faithful one because she brought him to church. Yeah. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Letty said she didn't have faith. Her mom was
Letty
the faithful one.
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Because she would drag her and Ruby.
Okay, gotcha.
So I was like, well, I guess, in some ways we see more dynamic with Letty. Letty trying to find herself still, while she did have her, her reintroduction, like Melissa said, her, her butterfly moment with Tick in that sense. Now we see, maybe her soul is still in a chrysalis or still a caterpillar, and it needs to become, a butterfly. She has to find some faith somewhere.
She's going back to her roots.
Right. And I think Tick was, and I could be wrong, please tell me, maybe Tick is the one that may bring her to having faith again, or I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't know. But I thought that was a very beautiful scene between those two. With that being said, now we get to the end, and the end is just as crazy because throughout the show, Tick is deciphering the words, and he's like, "Oh, these are my initials, ASF, Atticus Sampson Freeman." But then as he delves deeper and deeper, which, like Letty told him, this is evil. We need to leave this alone. There's something there's a connection that I think next episode is going to really delve into. He runs to call I think it's Gia or Gia in Korea. And there is something up with her because as the scene ends, they go down to the letters that he wrote, because one of the letters he deciphered meant suffering or to suffer. And then when he finished, when they finish show it, it says DIE, die. And he's on the phone asking her, "Who are you? How did you know?" And it ends, because she hangs up the phone.
Magic too.
Yeah.
You got lodges all over the world.
Yeah. Ain't no telling. She could be magic. She could be magic. So as questions were answered, more questions were asked. And the biggest one right now, and I think there's a few. What the hell is up with Captain Lancaster being with his vitiligo? What's in the Basement, which I read the book, and if they stick with the book, I think I know what's going to happen, and I think that's it's going to be very fun to watch. And What the Hell Happened in Korea.
Mm-hmm.
Episode 6, I think, is going to answer what happened in Korea, because from the previews of the next episode, I think we're going to find out. So that is the end of Lovecraft Country episode 5. I want to know what everybody who watched or who powered through and watch us talk about it. Let us know what y'all thought about it. Put it in the comments. It doesn't hurt. We'll answer. If you have any love for Idris Elba, put it in. If you can't stand Idris Elba like Melissa, put it in. If you love Idris, no, if you love Tree, put it in the comments. If you can't stand Tree, agree with the rest of us. 3/4 of the people.
I do not. I'll stand alone.
Let us know.
Man has a nice upper body. Okay, I didn't see those legs yet.
Okay. Oh boy, they better not have a scene where he walking in shorts, because I think you'll have a heart attack. You'll be so hurt and disappointed. But yeah, join the conversation, leave comments. We really want to hear from you guys. Like I said earlier, way back at the beginning, hopefully we'll have shirts for sale. Definitely jump in support, because if you show support that way, it'll help us have better equipment, do more fun stuff, help us pay bills, mainly me. But like I said, try to come get your money. Also, hit that red subscribe button. It'll only take a second. Become a part of us. Become a part of the show with no name. Become a part of Devon County. Blue thumbs up. Blue thumbs are cool, but if you got to give us a blue thumbs down, that's cool. But in the comments, I want a dissertation. Why? I'm not playing, because we're giving you good content. We have amazing people, so we're giving you amazing shit. Also, hit that bell, turn your notifications.
The words out my mouth, John, because I didn't.
We don't give a fuck anyway.
We really don't. Exactly. We really don't.
What about any of these people?
Got thumbs down my damn self sometimes.
Make you think we give a damn about some thumbs?
Well,
But thanks.
Well, we ain't gonna play with them stilettos.
Yeah, Yeah, Ashley has a couple of stilettos that's been in need of.
I stick with hot sauce.
Okay, she's got hot sauce.
I stick with hot sauce.
She got hot sauce in her bag, and she is not afraid to season that chicken.
Nope,
so
not a lot.
They would probably prefer the stiletto to my mouth.
Exactly.
They're gonna be like, God damn,
just as deadly. Just
give me the stiletto.
But as you are getting the stiletto, hit that bell, turn your notifications to all, so you'll be notified every time we come with a new episode of Devon County or the show with no name, Geek Table Talk. I will get back into doing movie reviews, video game reviews, and comic book reviews. Probably after Lovecraft Country, because this is taking my time, and this is one thing I love doing. I hope my fellow tour guides love it as well, and I hope you who are watching enjoy watching us talk shit, because we enjoy it. We have fun, and we want you to have fun as well. So, in closing, before I walk out of here, this show is dedicated to my cousin Abby Francis. Rest in peace, cuz. Rest in paradise. Be with the ancestors. Ruth Bader Ginsburg, for all you have done. I will say thank you. I'm just saying thank you. But rest in peace. You did your job. Go forth and be in paradise. So, for Miss Melissa Marie Newell, you see, I'll end it with you first. Miss Ashley effing Bro, because guess what? Water is wet. Grass is green. And there's two things this thug ain't never seen. Is a turtle with speed and a nugget she needs. Remember that, and you will live a happy and healthy life. And for the amazing Gadir McHale, poetess extraordinaire, who will she will bless us with some of her amazing poetry. I have read it. I love it. I love her. She is an awesome friend. They are all my friends. And you, the viewer, you are my friends as well. So the sun has gone down. You know the drill. Devon County is a sundown town, so it's time for your ass to go. So as you leave, please remember, wash your hands, wash your feet, wash your ass, wear a damn mask. Thank you for coming to Devon County, but it is time for you to exit. We will see you next week.
And
We will
protect
talk
your
about. Yeah? Wait, what?
protect
You
your
said
ass.
protect your ass.
All right.
Protect your ass. And if you see a beautiful, buxom black woman with 6-inch stilettos, walk backwards with your eyes on her. Walk away from her. We are doing this for your safety
No, don't
and
walk
your
away
benefit.
from her.
Look,
She
you
just wants to have a
sadistic
little
lady.
fun.
Stop
Just
being
don't play with
psychotic.
her.
Just don't play with her.
Yeah.
But if you decide
She's
to play
real
with that
friendly. She
YOLO,
might even sing you a song.
you see?
You know,
So
just don't step stupid. Don't,
just don't, hey,
that's all it is.
don't come at her
All it
sideways
is.
because she'll slap you
Period.
straight. That's all there is
Period.
to it. So, ladies and gentlemen, to quote the
Ruby
great
got a
Maya
new
Angelou,
song.
when you know better, do better. So damn it, do better. Thank you for watching Devon County. Thank you for listening to us and watching us act the fool because, hey, it's what we do. So, good night, good life. We'll see you next week. Have a good one.